97.3 FM.
There can be no other 97.3. No need to change. Keep it tuned to City. You're number one. Don't look no further. We've got it all covered. City FM.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Good morning to life.
Good morning.
Music, talk, inspiration, in perspective.
Express yourself. Good morning, my neighbor.
City FM, your station.
It's a refreshing lifestyle.
City FM 97.3.
The power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise. This is the City Breakfast Show.
And the name is MOG, bringing time to 6:31. Welcome to the Wednesday edition. Hashtag CTCBS. It's the 18th of December. A wonderful praise medley. In exactly 2 weeks' time, we'll be talking about 2025. Yes, indeed. Today is the 18th. Next week is Christmas Day. And then exactly a week after that is New Year's Day. There's a lot to be grateful to God for. The journey has been great. 2024 has been rewarding. You still have 2 weeks to finish up what you started, but you can also begin your reset now. You don't need to wait for the new year to have a new mind. Everybody's new year starts when they change their mind. It says, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. External transformation is a product of internal renewal, and your mind is the engine of your wealth. In fact, your mind is your wealth. If you can renew your mind today, your new year can start even before the weekend. Renew your mind by scripture. Walk the righteous path. Walk the narrow path. Seek for the way that leads to life. For there is a way that seems right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. So whilst 2025 is 2 weeks away, your own 2025 can begin today if you will only change the way you think to reflect the new requirements of the time. Sacrifice, discipline, integrity, the pursuit of relentless excellence, good neighborliness, philanthropy, citizenship, fellow feeling, kindness, forgiveness. All of those are reset issues. Oh yes, MOG is also one of the big artists for our Situation Room on the 24th. It's in exactly 6 days, crossing us over into a Christmas celebration characterized by song, gratitude, praise. Watch out for him on that night as he brings heaven closer to earth. Don't forget you can book your seats and your tables before it's too late. 0205-973-973 is the number to call. Straight into the newspaper headlines brought to you by Total Energies. Energize your vehicle totally. Swing by any of our main service stations for an engine oil change and get a free elite car wash as a bonus. Follow us on our social media platforms, Total Energies GH, Total Energies Ghana, on Twitter and Facebook respectively. Segment is also brought to you by Piva Beverages. We have 4 different flavors: the cola, the orange, the cocktail, the grapefruit, and there's a bonus of the tangy fruit drink. Call 0550-032-231. Piva, a taste you love.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Hello, everyone. I'm Hannah Free, the Health and Safety Manager of Total Energies Ghana. I want to remind you of the importance of road safety, especially as the festive season draws closer. Road accidents don't just happen, they are caused. Reckless driving, overspeeding, and poor vehicle maintenance are some of the leading causes during this period. Here are a few tips to keep you safe. Always ensure your vehicle is in good condition before traveling. Please wear your seatbelt and avoid distractions like using your phone whilst driving. Let's commit to responsible behavior on the road this season. Remember, safety starts from you. Safety for me, for you, and for all. Afishapa.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva Tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangerine. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055 00 32231. Piva, a taste you'd love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
My body, when you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling, oh, you go work, but you know it's out in your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, oh, cause you know it's out in your side. And when you dream, no say I did for you. And when you hustle every day, when you wanna go, anything you do, I did for you. If I believe I did your side, fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I did your side, fidelity.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
All right, so we're going to the newspaper review segment. We have so many things to do this morning. Let me say good morning to Caleb.
Good morning.
Good morning to Godfred.
Brandy.
Yeah. Caleb, speaking to the mic.
All right, sure. Good morning, Bernard.
You are dressed like a political scientist. Wearing a political suit.
He's just like the incoming president of DRC.
Hey.
Yeah. Anyway, so look, we are getting ready for a big week.
Yeah, man.
A week today is Christmas.
Yeah, man.
So
It is?
Yes, and then
man.
2 weeks today is New Year.
Sharp.
Hey.
And then in 6 days we are doing our big
Sharp.
shutdown Accra
Yeah, man.
situation
Oh,
event.
quite
Yeah.
practical.
You have just 6 days to know what to do.
Check it out.
And if you want to see this man feeling,
Yes.
you need to make a call and also make a booking.
Sharp.
I'll tell you more before the newspaper review ends. Let's start with the headlines.
Well, Caleb, over to you.
Ghanaian Times this morning, we are handing over strong economy. This is the finance minister and agriculture, agribusiness, my passion for growth. This is the president-elect. And then also ECOWAS urge to incorporate women's views on transnational organized crime policies. Police, fire service investigate burning of Ablekuma North constituency ballot papers.
Front page of the Daily Graphic, prioritize development, leave good legacy. Yabonwura advises Mahama, and there's a photo of the Yabonwura Tumtumba Boresa II. Finance Minister will lay expenditure in advance of appropriation. Che Mensa Bonsu assures.
Chronicle this morning, NPP is handing over a resilient economy to NDC. This is Amin Adam speaking, and minority begs majority. We can't pay workers if mini budget is not approved. Police probe arson attack on Ablekuma North ballot boxes.
Take to the front page of the Daily Guide newspaper, where the Ghana Armed Forces arrest protocol recruitment scammer. Nana Odo's new foreign affairs complex. Parliament is in the news front page. the burning of the Kwashiman school, also on the front page of the paper.
Republic Press has that one here. Ballot boxes go up in flames as controversy over Ablekuma North polls linger. Finance Minister defends NPP's record, insists government is handing over solid economy. NDC's Mustafa Gbande commends police leadership for role in election peace. U.S. court jails 2 Ghanaian nationals for internet fraud and money laundering, and Mahama vows to tackle corruption.
Front page of the New Publisher newspaper goes with the finance minister's take on the state of the economy. Just Ghana is not broke. We'll tackle that later. Mahama declares zero tolerance for corruption. Supreme Court rules on anti-gay bill today.
From the New Publisher, I bring you to the Ghanaian Publisher, where the finance minister is declaring we're handing over a strong economy. That story is running through all the papers. Ghana consolidates democratic credentials. This is President Akufo-Addo. Police investigates strange fire outbreak at school housing, Ablekuma North ballot boxes, and hold IGP accountable for election security. Defense Minister.
The custodian this morning says 2 killed in renewed Boko violence. The finance minister saw the front page of the paper.
Inquisitor Matakam Echo Ewusi in trouble. Attempts to sell sad pensioners' house. Forgery uncovered. Napo defends NPP in Parliament. We will not be like NPP. This is Ato Forsen.
The News Centre's front page says 189 billion Ghana cedis spent on debt serving over 12 years. 10,233 fiber cuts. Theft cost telcos $17 million. Comes with a photo of Dr. Kenneth Ashigbe, CEO of the GCT.
Now, Daily Post this morning will reverse last-minute recruitment payments by outgoing administration. This is Mahama's transition team. Akufo-Addo petitions to remove Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonu, and Kusi Boafo and quote-unquote chop $36 million World Bank loan meant for public sector reforms. Cover it with fake receipts. Daily Post.
The Herald's front page says details of Kumasi Ghana waterland stealing out. The paper has further details. Gempa in crisis, outgoing council accused of governance failures, and also says that Kwame Despite denies buying juicy state properties.
Daily Analyst is my final paper. Mahama declares war on corruption, scrapping e-levy COVID-19 tax. Ghana to lose 22 billion Ghana cedis in revenue, and also we are handing over a strong economy. That's here as well.
Front page of the BNFT says government requests adjustments to IMF program conditions. Remittances potential untapped as sector contributes over $4 billion yearly.
Let's go online. City Newsroom. Akufo-Addo petition to remove CJ over alleged incompetence. This is Professor Stephen Kweku Asari's petition. That's the lead story here. Meanwhile, the war of words over recruitment is ongoing. Last-minute recruitment payments are legal. Information Minister is responding to Felix Kwachi Ofosu. In other stories, Baumia is the best person to lead MPP in 2028. This is Miracles Abuaji, who also says we'll reassess our defeat and get back stronger. Duncan Williams is telling Mahama we pray for a positive shift under your leadership, and then all last-minute appointments will be reversed. The Mahama transition team has said this. Now, significant story in business: Cosmos Energy pulls out of Tallow oil acquisition talks. If you go to Channel 1 News, the other headlines there are collaboration with U.S. key to tracking or tackling West Africa security threats. This is Mahama speaking. And the fire at Kwashiman cluster of schools displaces over 800 pupils, so they will not be going to school today. In other stories, police say they're investigating this fire, and then woman has been jailed 5 years for stealing 81,000 cedis from GCB customers. Now, meanwhile, 1 dead, 3 injured as pit collapses at Achimangwa Bieja. Guess what is the cause? Galamsey. My joy online, there's no agreement to halt recruitment processes and payments. Information Minister to Mohammed's transition team. Meanwhile, India Kabanu says we failed to build democratic system beyond human sentiments. In other stories, Ghana spent nearly half of revenue on servicing debt in 5 years. And then the Ken Ashigbe story, over 10,000 fiber cuts reported across Ghana. Really, really troubling indeed. If you want to look at it, Star FM is leading with Tewu GH threatening to resist News Council meeting over disputed representation. Meanwhile, energy crisis was a legacy issue, but to resolve it, Mahama is speaking, and CPP can win power if we put our act together. Kwame Jantua is also talking there. So many headlines. Meanwhile, Ricky Tegan is hating Baumia and says Baumia is a theoretical economist, not a practitioner. And then the big story, the anti-LGBT gay bill is on the Supreme Court's agenda this morning. All right, let's pick some headlines from you, some highlights.
So, page number 12 of Ghanaian Times, we are handing over strong economy. Finance Minister Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam has expressed confidence in the economy the NPP government is leaving behind as it prepares to hand over to the newly elected administration of John Dramani Mahama. Addressing journalists in the car yesterday, Dr. Amin Adam emphasized that the current state of Ghana's economy reflects significant recovery and resilience despite global and domestic challenges in recent times. Quote, we are handing over a strong economy. The first 4 years of this administration were marked by impressive performance with the longest period of single-digit inflation, an average GDP growth rate of 7% and strong external balances. Even though we faced challenges between 2021 and 2022, the economy has recovered strongly and faster than many anticipated.
Well, I'll take you to the BNFT, who have a different take on what the economy looks like. It says government requests adjustments to IMF program conditions. On page 3 of the paper says that Ghana has officially requested modifications to the conditionality of its IMF-supported extended credit facility program, as outlined in the recent third review staff report. Among the requested modifications are changes to key performance criteria and indicative targets for the period ending June 2025. Now, these include modifying the primary balance, PC, and the non-oil revenue IT to accommodate higher nominal GDP projections while maintaining fiscal efforts relative to GDP. Additionally, targets for net international reserves for March and June 2025 would be lowered to account for updated foreign exchange cash flow projection.
All right.
Still on the economy, Bernard, Ghana to lose 22 billion Ghana cedis in revenue. It says removing the e-levy and COVID-19 tax is projected to result in a total of 22.15 billion Ghana cedi revenue loss between 2025 and 2027. It's an ambitious proposal by the President-elect John Dramani Mahama to remove these taxes. There's a breakdown here. The e-levy is projected to generate 2.4 billion in 2025, up from 2.1 billion budgeted for 2024, while the COVID-19 levy is expected to contribute 3.97 billion, an increase from 3.1 billion. Combined, both levies would bring in 6.37 billion in 2025, and it's projected that we'll be losing 22 billion by 2027.
So this story first appeared on Channel 1 News, and I tweeted it yesterday, and then people are saying that I am saying that
I want to address that matter today.
People are saying that I am saying that if they remove the e-levy, it will cost Ghana 600. And I think a lot of people don't even understand how social media works. I basically retweeted a story attributed to an economist.
No, but you see,
and then so basically, in fact, somebody high ranking politics said to me, how come in 2022 you did an editorial saying that we don't need e-levy? That is not good for us, and now I'm saying that if we remove e-levy, I haven't said anything. I just said the time.
No, but you see, the reason, the fact that somebody who's high-ranking in politics would even take this on face value and not have checked.
He hasn't read the story.
Yeah, that's the point I'm making. Tells you just how dangerous this thing is. Okay, normally we normally don't address these matters.
It's serious,
but there is a very deliberate effort by bots, sock puppets, and so-called political influencers run by both parties.
Yeah, but I see,
on social. No, hold on, Bernard.
This was a full story an economist said. So the economist said the thing will cost us 6 billion. I just tweeted it, and then you say I am saying it.
Yes, and my point is the fact that the person Fifi Sage did that. It's a foolish boy.
And you know him? He did it.
Yes, a foolish boy.
he made that.
Yeah, basically sets people up to be abused on social media, and because it generates engagement, they end up making money from it.
But it's terrible, because how can I?
You see, and people don't pay attention.
We haven't even analyzed the full promise, and then you say I have said something. And yesterday,
and I know this morning he's going to tweet and say insult back at me, but me, I deal differently. He should understand that I deal very differently.
Let's continue with the economy.
No, but they must understand. You see, the thing is, we must draw a red line under these things and let them understand. We tend to ignore these things, but it's becoming a bit, because you see, they put you in a situation where if you don't take care, you have to defend yourself, or somebody might meet you in the street with the current somebody will meet you in the street with the current temperature and even assault you or insult you for something you haven't even done.
I haven't even opined on the e-levy after the election.
Me, I'm just saying that. They shouldn't bring that into me. They've been doing it to you. We will roll differently.
Okay, let's deal with the last economic story because I want to go to the Supreme Court. There are 2 stories in the Supreme Court.
No.
Okay.
Finance Minister, budget.
Yes, there's a lot of issues in Parliament.
Page 13.
Yes.
Don't go far.
What's happening
The
there?
Minister of Parliamentary Affairs, Society Mensa Bones, has given an assurance that the Minister of Finance will present the expenditure in advance of appropriation to Parliament this week for members to approve the salaries of public sector workers for January to March 2025. He said Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam first presented the document to the House ahead of the conduct of the December polls when the leader of government business pleaded that we should have business transacted on that. However, Dr. Adam had to withdraw the document from Parliament following the quibble that ensued over which side constituted the majority. So some good news that said they would.
All right, now the Supreme Court is set to hear the anti-LGBTQ case today, but even before that, there's been a petition by somebody against the CJ, and that story is on citynewsroom.com. Professor Stephen Kwasare, a citizen of Ghana, has petitioned the president to remove the CJ for alleged misbehavior and incompetence. The petitioner, in a letter dated December 17, made certain claims, quoting articles 1461 of the Constitution and then other issues. And basically, he's saying that his petition does not arise from the Chief Justice exercise of the judicial functions and does not challenge any decision, orders, or directives issued by the CJ in performance of their duties. But he then says that it is on the grounds of inability to perform the functions of the office arising. Basically, a lot of legal things. But we'll see what the president will do on that. But the Supreme Court itself is going to hear that very controversial LGBT case.
Yeah, we'll be today.
Which was
somebody will be in full time.
Yeah, so today we are going to be in Supreme Court mode.
But somebody who is not in tie and is looking like he wants to have a party is
it Godfred who? The way he was talking that made you come to tell him that.
What are you doing here this morning?
No, the name he mentioned, he said something Gates or something.
I'm tired of all these human beings on Twitter that these political parties are paying to misbehave.
Yeah, somebody sent me that thing and I didn't understand the context.
No, but I mean, for somebody,
you see, so basically,
I don't understand.
What I do is that
but everybody shares URLs from them.
Yes. So when we do a story, I forward the story on to my Twitter followers. So last 3 days or so, some economists said to the business desk that if they remove e-levy, it will cost the economy 6 billion cedis. And I tweeted the story. Then somebody in politics say, but you 2022, you did the whole editorial that you don't want e-levy.
You see, and the point I make, the danger I'm expressing to you, Bernard, the danger I'm expressing to you, the economists who called you, basically quoted what the boys said. Because the boys basically did an artwork
and attributed
and pasted what you said, the editorial you did, and then pasted the URL and says that you have said that.
This is disinformation.
That is what he did. And deliberately, his followers just got on. They don't read what is happening. And this is somebody who says he's an agroeconomist or something. Who is employing this human being?
Take your time. I think we will deal with this issue later.
But look, people don't read. I mean, that's the first thing you should know.
So they just see the headline and
don't read because we have. It's like I don't know. We know we want the information to be tilted in a particular direction.
Yeah.
So we use the headlines to validate our desires.
What we already believe.
So once we see the headline, we fill in the spaces and say, yes, this is it. Yeah. And then somebody shared, and I didn't know what to say because I don't know what he was trying to.
But how do you take a story, a headline, and say that this person has said this?
No, because it's disinformation. That's deliberately twisting for a certain desired outcome, which is what they do.
Is it a crime?
Well, of course. It's an offense. It's an offense.
But some of us, we roll different.
No, I'm not happy. I'm just concerned.
It's an offense, and it's become very rampant. And at times, you see very well educated people. They pick stories from random websites. And I ask, at times when they come to me, I said, would you advertise your service on this website?
And yet you are forwarding a story from there because...
Would you believe it? I mean, and they forward and then they want to engage you on it. I'm like, please, the website has no address, has no author. Because you are reading a story that has no author.
Yeah.
A website you don't know from Adam, and highly placed people. And this is become a tool of engaging people. So they will quote a website that they themselves they don't know. And you say you're educated.
Charlie.
It doesn't work that way.
Don't worry, me, I'm cool.
And then one day we can say, cool. You people are not talking about this thing. You people are not talking about this thing.
So like,
that's what they do. And at times they are talking about stuff that they themselves
are not talking about.
They are even embarrassed to openly talk about in public.
Yeah, but that's what the anonymity does. It helps you to push your very prejudices. So there are things that you will never discuss with your friends, but social media you hide and forward it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. For some of us, you don't have to remove the veil of anonymity.
We need to. Let's talk about what we need to clean up the blogosphere.
I like that.
And then make sure that people who are into the blogging space are able to brand themselves and identify themselves. Like Ameya Deborah. I mean, he's been a top blogger for the last 10, 15 years.
He hasn't achieved it by doing fake news.
And he doesn't do fake news.
The political parties did the same.
There are all these Samike and all these people who started like they were joking, but they have achieved something with it. And we should clean it up. That's what we are saying. Because that's media. And it is the unconventional media is taking over the media space. So we better structure it.
And the people who consume it too must also read a bit more. Because Charlie,
people are not reading, Bernard.
There was even one they said somebody had died last week.
It wasn't true.
Everybody is just waiting.
And they were forwarding it asking me whether it is true.
For the headline that fits into their narrative or their perception of their reality.
That's it.
They will not bother. Which is why I was shocked by how this thing trended yesterday. That a person posts a URL, screenshots it, and people just go, hey,
it's one of the prices you pay for being on air. But anyway, Charlie, how are you? How are you wearing red this morning?
Where's your wife?
My friend, Dr. Hansel Yao Adai, in Adelaide, Australia.
Thank you.
Just sent me the flyer, Situation or White Party.
Thank you.
Who else is in Australia?
Yes, Australia. He says, count me in.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but
he
will enjoy the situation before us. He's in Australia.
No, he's coming here.
Oh, he's going to join us.
Count me in. Yeah, so we are here to talk about party, all white party. So please, if you haven't heard this before, get your all white, because on the 24th night, the eve of Christmas, we all gather at one place and enjoy life. We do miliki.
We even forgive those who write fake news about you. And then like, you can forgive them. You just,
oh,
the thing about Ghanaians is that once they see a few drinks, they laugh about it and they go for it.
That's all.
So you're a very bad boy.
Yeah, so it's an all-white party situation where you need to get your table. A table, we have different tables. We have the platinum table.
In the presence of my enemies.
We have the diamond table. We have the alcoholic table, the non-alcoholic table. And so if you, in fact, for those of you who celebrated your birthdays in December, Charlie, get your friends together, get a table and come and climax it,
or
Charlie.
your marriage anniversary.
Come and climax the thing. Anniversary people, December.
In there.
Please call this number 0205 973 973. Okay, I repeat 0205 973 973. So if you want diamond table, tell them. Okay, diamond alcoholic table is going for 12,000 for 8 seats. Okay, 8 seats.
So you can do contribution. Everybody contributes.
Yes. So if it's a birthday, we will Charlie, we will adorn your table with a brutal birthday cake, Charlie. You know birthday cake that is breathing, is breathing. The cake is there. They'll do. The cake is being breathe in, breathe out.
Breathe out.
Thank you. And then the wedding anniversary people, just call the number, book your table, and make sure you have your white and show up. And it's going to be a bash.
Does the white include a shoe?
No.
Is there a white top and a white bottom?
Please spare us the white shoes.
let me say that. Look, there's Ajimandia. He shows up at situation every year, but Ajimandia is the person who buys the ticket 2 hours before situation starts.
That's what he does.
Those people
every single year. Ajimandia.
This year they'll be disappointed.
Ajimandia, this year is our Subai.
This year, last year too, you mentioned him.
Yes, he's a perpetual late buyout. He shows up, but he is always last.
But he'll come early.
This year, he's come early.
So it's the 24th, and it's happening at the Underbridge at East Legon.
Yeah, man.
Okay, if you don't know the Underbridge, Google it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we will meet you there.
Straight
Okay.
up.
So the number again 0205 973 973 for the Situation All White Party.
That was the boss coming to cool down our anger with some situation vibes. Don't forget, it's happening on the 24th of December, featuring Bisake Day, Adani Best, MOG, Leche, and of course the Inchinchim Band. We'll bring you the business news shortly. After that, we'll bring you the sports. There's a lot to talk about this morning. Some very interesting things happening in Parliament. It's almost like tit for tat. Are they going to sign the appropriation for the first few months of the year? All of that and more later. But for now, Latte is here with Citi Business News.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
So it's time for the Citi Business News. Good morning, Latte.
Good morning, Bernard. Hello to you listening. This is the breakfast edition of Citi Business News, proudly brought to you by EcoBank, MTN, and Goel. Coming up this morning, Tallow Oil set to receive final ruling from International Arbitration Tribunal over its $400 million tax dispute with GRA. Also, Ghana rakes in $316 million in FDIs, a development which makes the country a prime investment destination. And later, Ghana's real GDP growth rate projected to slow down in 2025 despite upward revisions to the end-year outlook. My name is Latte. Many thanks for joining us this Wednesday morning. Details of our stories now. First though, Ghana attracted foreign direct investment worth $316 million during the first 3 quarters of 2024. This reaffirms the country's growing appeal as a prime investment destination in the sub-region. This was contained in the Ghana Investment Promotion Center (GIPC) third quarter report, which revealed the registration of 108 projects within the period and a total estimated investment cost of $325 million. We have more in this report by Citi Business News' Daniel Sakite.
Of the total of $325.88 million, the local investment component contributed $9.88 million, underscoring strong foreign interest alongside domestic participation. Out of the 108 registered projects, 85 were completely foreign-owned, representing 78.7% of all projects, with a cumulative estimated investment of $303.49 million. Joint venture partnership between Ghanaian and foreign entities accounted for 23 projects, representing 21.3% of the total, with an estimated investment value of $22.39 million. Initial capital transfers into the country during this period amounted to $22.1 million, signaling significant investor confidence. The manufacturing sector emerged as the top recipient of foreign investment, securing the highest number of projects and the largest FDI inflow. It attracted 55 projects and received an FDI value of $190.7 million, cementing its role as a key driver of Ghana's industrial development. The sectoral breakdown of the 108 projects highlights a strong focus on industry and services. The manufacturing sector was followed by the services sector with 27 projects. General trade accounted for 11 projects, export trade for 7, agriculture with 3 projects, and tourism as well as building and construction, each recording 2 projects. The robust inflows into Ghana's manufacturing sector reflects the country's strategic focus on industrialization and job creation.
Citi Business News' Daniel Sakite with that report. Now, Tallow Oil is set to receive a final ruling from an international arbitration tribunal on its ongoing branch profit remittance tax dispute with the Ghana Revenue Authority, that's the GRA. The said tax charged in contention amounts to approximately $400 million. Now, according to the International Chamber of Commerce, the draft decision, not the International Chamber of Commerce, but the International Criminal Court, the draft decision has been completed with a final review currently underway. The much anticipated outcome is expected to have significant implications for Talu's financial position and its future operations in Ghana. We stay a while longer with Talu Oil because analysts within the energy sector are urging Talu Oil to focus on revitalizing its independent production lines and address its internal leadership challenges before considering a measure. This advice follows the recent announcement that Cosmos Energy Limited has decided not to pursue its proposed acquisition of Talu Oil, putting an end to speculation about a potential merger that surfaced earlier this month. In an interview with Citi Business News, energy strategist Dr. Yusuf Suleimana said there is a need for Talu Oil to take a cautious approach to any measure and resolve its internal issues first.
They should not rush to go into any measure. I know there are challenges, but they should just concentrate inwardly to set priorities right and re-strategize and get the production bottlenecks that they have removed so that production can come back. Because even the reason why the deal didn't go through is just pressure from Cosmos side, the shareholders and stakeholders within Cosmos front. In fact, when they pull out, they were supposed to give the announcement on the 9th of January, but they did this pre-announcement because it was starting to impact their portfolio. And so what does it tell you when you are going to combine with somebody and it's impacting your portfolio negatively? It tells you that the other part, merger is to uplift you, but if mergers end up bringing you down, then you don't need to go back. And that's actually what happened on Cosmos front, unfortunately.
Dr. Yusuf Suleimana is an energy strategist, and Cosmos Energy's decision to walk away from Talu Oil's acquisition talks has led to about a 10% drop in the shares of Talu. That of Cosmos Energy has, however, gone up by some 13% on the London Stock Exchange. Now, away from that, and Databank Research has revised its forecast for Ghana's real GDP growth for the fiscal year 2024, upgrading it to 6.4% year-on-year from its earlier projection of 4.5%. It, however, expects it to slow down to 4.6% in 2025. The upward revision signals optimism about the country's economic performance this year, which has been driven by improvement in key sectors of the economy.
The report notes that in 2025, Ghana's real GDP growth could moderate to around 4.6%, primarily due to anticipated fiscal tightening and high interest rates that may constrain consumer spending and investment in the short term. However, potential removal of tariffs and taxes by the incoming government would likely stimulate activity in the services sector, providing a more balanced real growth forecast. Already, provisional quarterly GDP data indicates that real GDP growth, including oil, surged to 7.2% year-on-year in 2024 Q3, up from 6.9%. This growth was primarily driven by the services sector, which expanded by 6.4%. The industry sector followed closely, achieving a growth rate of 10.4%, while the agri sector contracted by 3.2%. Databank contends that expansion in the industrial sector was largely driven by increased activity in the construction and gold mining subsectors, which recorded real growth of 10.3% year-on-year and 34% year-on-year respectively. They believe that the substantial financing and construction of approximately 1,000 telephony sites under the Ghana Real Telephony and Digital Inclusion Project significantly fueled growth in the information and communication subsectors, which in turn drove real growth in the services sector. The research firm asserts that a sharp contraction in the agricultural sector was largely driven by decreased productivity in cocoa and fishing, primarily due to the lean season and unfavorable weather conditions.
That was Netele Nete Ajahu with that Citi Business Desk report. Now, some oil marketing companies have begun adjusting fuel prices with the start of the second pricing window in December. This pricing window is presenting mixed trends, as Shell has led the charge by increasing petrol prices while slightly reducing diesel prices. A litre of petrol, which was sold at 14 cedis 99 pesos during the first pricing window of December, is now being retailed at 15 cedis 30 pesos, reflecting a marginal increase. Diesel, previously priced at 15 cedis 72 pesos per litre, now sells at 15 cedis 66 pesos, reflecting its slight reduction. And that's it for the breakfast edition of City Business News, proudly brought to you by EcoBank, MTN and Goil. But before I go, let me take you to the forex market, where the dollar is trading at 15 cedis 90 pesos, the British pound at 20 cedis, that of the euro could be sold to you at 17 cedis 90 pesos. My name is Ni Latte. You can visit citynewsroom.com/business for more on our top stories. I wish you a good business day.
Every day, people have money emergencies. Ma, I need my school fees. Mommy chop money. Cratchet, mommy rent. Emergency. Now, there's a new emergency number in town. More money, challenge and enjoyment. At the Chop Life we got. Dial *770# for money emergencies and Chop Life.
For emergency access to your bank accounts, transfers, utility payments, loans, and more, dial *770#. Bank on the go even without data with EcoBank's short code for digital banking. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
My man, I heard there's a new app on the streets that does it all for you.
Really? How is that possible?
Charlie, I also could not believe it too. But I downloaded the app and I'm telling you, I was able to chat with my friends, make video calls, and...
Well, we know of many apps that can do that.
Oh, let me finish, la. I was also able to listen to the latest songs, play games, and read the latest sports news.
For real?
Yeah, and I can send and receive money from the app. Amazing, no?
What's the name of this app?
It's called Ayoba.
Ayoba?
Yeah, Ayoba.
Get Ayoba, your all-in-one app that lets you chat, call, share, play, pay, and listen to music all in one app for everyone. Enjoy Ayoba with MTN and download the Ayoba app today. Everywhere you go.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
L to the A to the L to the A. Normally I be good person. What's it happen? Big question. I've been on my obsession. Normally by 6:30.
It's 13 after 7, and you've worked hard for your money. So EcoBank says don't get scammed this festive season. We've seen fraud activities are on the increase as scammers continue to target customers of various banks through phone calls, text messages, emails to get customers to divulge sensitive information such as your password, your PIN, your card information, CVV, OTP, and other personal details. The ultimate goal is to steal your money. EcoBank is wishing to advise all customers. They say be vigilant and never trust any phone calls, text messages, or emails from anyone posing as an EcoBank staff and assisting customers to update their bank details. Some of them give you the impression that EcoBank will be calling you to ask for your account or card details, or help you link your Ghana card to your bank account, or offer unsolicited assistance. Beware of these fraudsters. That's their name. They are fraudsters. They will try to gain trust, persuade you to give out your personal or account details. Please protect yourself. Never share your sensitive bank details with anyone claiming to represent EcoBank. Always remember that one EcoBank details can only be updated at an EcoBank branch. EcoBank mobile app can only be upgraded at the App Store or Play Store. Linking your Ghana card to your EcoBank account is at any EcoBank branch or at www.ecobank.com. Don't share your password, your PIN, your ATP, your card information, or any other personal information with anyone, whether remotely or face to face. Never give your 16-digit or any number on your bank card to anyone. Avoid any calls or messages that request you to click a link. Report any suspicious SMS, email, or phone call to the EcoBank Contact Center and delete such messages at once. When in doubt or when you feel insecure, call EcoBank Contact Center on 0800 003225. It's a toll-free number. 0800 003225. It's a toll-free number. You've worked hard for your money. Don't let anyone steal it. Now, Girl Good Energy is bringing you Girl Super XP. It's the ideal choice for most vehicles. It's flowing at all our service stations. Girl Super XP is quality. Gives you the correct choice when you buy regular fuel. Fortified with special additive that gives longevity to your engine. Use minimal fuel and it's suitable for most vehicles. Pass by, swing by any of our fuel stations. Girl Good Energy, hang our idea. If you're into SME, please give me your attention. It's raining free data on Yellow Biz this festive season. Boost your business with MTN Yellow Biz. Yellow Biz is your all-in-one multi-service bundle with everything your business needs. A 4G plus router with free 10 gigabyte data. Microsoft Office 365 with genuine Microsoft applications. WebWiz gives you a customized business website. In fact, all your communication needs, all your digital needs. As an SME, just talk to MTN. They give you a limited time offer between 13th December and 13th January. We are offering you extra 50 gigabyte free when you buy Yellow Biz for your business. So call us on 100 or 0244 308 111. Email us mtnbusiness.gh@mtn.com. Come see us in person at any of our offices to purchase your Yellow Biz now. Terms and conditions apply. Let's get into Kickoff, people. It's brought to you by Zonda Shell and Polytank. Zonda Ghana Limited says we are your one-stop shop for quality trucks. If you're looking at Shantui bulldozers, excavators, graders, payloaders, rollers, power pickups, TX trucks, all your tanks, all made and assembled right here in Ghana. If you have heavy, light-duty trucks, machineries, all of that, they do top-notch after-sales for you. After-sales service. So visit them. They have 7 branches across the country. Their head office is off the Tamaplau Road, close to the Free Zones Enclave. Numbers to call 050-177-2222, 050-177-3333. Zonda is built in Ghana and building Ghana. Shell is coming your way to unleash your car to its full potential. Shell V-Power is the only fuel that can deliver unbeatable performance. With its advanced cleaning power, V-Power protects your engine from performance robbing deposits, ensuring optimal performance. So why settle for anything less? Fuel up with Shell V-Power and make your engine unbeatable. Shell, go well. Shell, Polytank, Shell V-Power, Polytank, and Zonda, proud to bring you Kickoff. Nathan Kwao is here with Kickoff. Numo.
Yep.
Morning.
Morning.
Over there. That's the best I can do.
Okay, let's get into Kickoff and we start. The Black Galaxies, we'll get into that story in a bit. But the Black Galaxies, they are getting ready for a Nigerian test in the CHAN qualifiers. I'll be telling you more about that. We'll go to Doha, where Vinicius Jr. was crowned the FIFA Best Men's Player last night. And the Milwaukee Bucks are the newest winners of the NBA's Emirates Cup. And let's begin with the Black Galaxies, who are the local component of the senior national team. They are getting ready to take part in the CHAN qualifiers. They are taking on rivals Nigeria. Head coach of the team is Masoud Didi Dramani. He has been sharing insights on the team's preparations for that crucial game as they hope to secure qualification for the CHAN tournament, which will be played in Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania next year.
We are physically, technically and tactically well oriented, and once the days comes by, we still continue to refine and then to do the small adjustments and give the alternatives in the game. And so I'm very positive that come Sunday we should be fully ready. As for preparation, we are okay. We are already there, but we have to be ready for the game. I think they should come in their numbers. They should keep supporting us, as we have said. This process is our recall of our domestic competition structure and our reorganization of our football. And I believe that these boys are going to bring something that is very unique in the way we want to.
So that's Masoud Didi Dramani. He's head coach of the Black Galaxies team, which is the local Black Stars. He also gave a few thoughts on the performances of some of the players in his team for their respective clubs in the Ghana Premier League over the weekend.
Players like Amwa, for instance, when you see how he worked himself in the game against House of Folk, how Asari Benjamin worked himself for House of Folk on Sunday against Kotoko. So you try to help them in terms of their recovery. And then you try to up those who didn't play games much, like players like Jerry Free, and those who played on Saturday, then you know that I can push them. And so we started yesterday, and so far it's going very, very well. And we continue like this, and these are the moments when we can push the training higher, today and tomorrow. But from Thursday, then we try to bring everything down and getting ready for Sunday.
Masoud Didi Dramani is head coach of the Black Galaxies team. Talking about the local league, it returns this weekend. The first game of the new match week starts, or the first game is on Friday between Hearts of Oak and Brecum Chelsea. There are 6 games on Saturday, 1 on Monday, and a postponed game which will be played on New Year's Day 2025. Dreams FC will be taking on Asante Kotoko. Nations FC face Legon Cities. Bechem United will take on Samatex, while Heart of Lions return to Kpando to face Basake Holy Stars. And Swatraman will be traveling to take on Gold Stars, and Vision FC will go all the way to Wenchi to face Young Apostles. On Monday, Ediana Stars will be taking on Accra Lions, while Mediama's home game against Karela has been pushed to the 1st of January 2025. Let's go to Doha, where Vinicius Jr. was named the Men's Player of the Year at the FIFA Best Awards. Remember that he did not go to the Ballon d'Or ceremony a few months ago after missing out to Rodri, but he picked up the prize this time in Doha, and he played a key role for Real Madrid as they went on to win the La Liga and Champions League last season. Scored 24 goals and provided 11 assists in those competitions. On the women's side, it was the second year running for Aitana Bonmati. The Barcelona midfielder won the Best Women's Player Award for the second straight year. She was part of the Spain team that won the Women's World Cup, and then she also won the Golden Ball Award for the best player in the tournament. She won the Women's Ballon d'Or earlier this year and has won the Champions League with Barcelona in successive years. So massive things happening for Aitana Bonmati. In the coaches realm, it was Carlo Ancelotti and Emma Hayes who picked up the best men's and women's coaches awards respectively. For Carlo Ancelotti, he led Real Madrid to a league and Champions League double, while Emma Hayes led Chelsea to the Women's Super League title and the US Women's National Team as they picked up gold in the Paris Olympic Games. Let's stay with some football, and the Carabao Cup returns tonight. Arsenal take on Crystal Palace at 7:30 p.m. In a game that will pit London rivals. It's South London versus North London, or North London versus South London, as it should be. Let's hear from Arsenal's manager Mikel Arteta, who had a few things to say before the encounter.
We want to win, and do everything that you can to win it.
You don't need to win it. What I mean is, do you need to win some silverware this year, and this at least would relieve some pressure?
It's not about, the pressure is coming in a big club because you want to do the best that you possibly can, and that's related at the end of winning the major trophies, and this is what we want to do.
You spoke about the fact that the goal situation you can resolve from within the club. How frustrating was Saturday not being able to break down Everton, looking back on it, and how can you go about making sure that in future when you dominate games like you have this year and not score, you can score?
Well, the frustrating part is that watching it back, all the incredible things that the team does and still not get rewarded for the 3 points. And looking back at other games in the league, and our margins were 10 times bigger than many other teams that have won that day. But this is football. At the end, what we have to do is put the ball in the back of the net, and then we don't have that issue. But what the team is producing and the way the team dominates the game, very little to say.
Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta speaking there. In other ties that will be played tonight, Newcastle will be welcoming Brentford, and Southampton, fresh off sacking their manager Russell Martin, face Liverpool at 8 p.m. We stay in England, where Chelsea winger Mikhailo Mudryk says he's in complete shock after testing positive for a banned substance. The club confirmed on Tuesday that they had been contacted by the FA after an adverse finding in a routine urine test provided by the Ukraine International. The attacker has been provisionally suspended by the FA, but he's denied knowingly using a banned substance. We end up in the United States, across the pond, where the Milwaukee Bucks won the NBA Cup with victory over the OKC Thunder in Las Vegas. They won 97-81. Giannis Antetokounmpo was named MVP after getting a triple-double, 19 rebounds, 10 assists, and 26 points. Dame Time Lillard, he got 23 points and had 5 3-pointers on the board as the Bucks sank 17 from range to power them towards their first NBA Cup. Very interesting developments in the NBA there. And that's how we end this morning's edition of Kickoff, proudly brought to you by Shell V-Power, Zoned Up, and Polytank. My name is Nathan Kwame. Many thanks for listening. There's more sports on citysportsonline.com. We've got more news for you in our subsequent bulletins on TV and on radio, and we have more for you online later today at 1 p.m. There's Football Made in Ghana on Channel 1 TV, so tune in and enjoy the best of local football discussions. Do have a fantastic day, stay safe, take care, and bye-bye.
Guys, Charlie, you know that mining contract I've been chasing for years now? I just got awarded a deal. But the issue is where to get the right and quality heavy-duty trucks to execute this job here in Ghana.
Relax, my guy. Remember my recent construction deal at Pokwase? Zonda sorted me out.
Zonda? What? Who is that?
Zonda Tech Ghana Limited is your one-stop shop for machinery, heavy and light-duty trucks, and pickups. They have the Shantui bulldozers, graders, payloaders, rollers, FUA pickups, 4-land light trucks, TX trucks, and oil tanks. Made and assembled right here in Ghana with top-notch after-sale service and standard prices.
Made in Ghana. This is amazing.
You haven't seen my Zonda Power pickup, which I take to the office? Strong, durable, and tough on our roads.
Hey, that's from Zonda too?
Absolutely. Zonda is the right place for you, my guy.
Oh, now I am sorted with Zonda. Zonda Tech Ghana Limited, your solution for heavy and light-duty trucks. Located at Tema, off their Flower Road. Call 0501-772-222 or 0501-773-333. Zonda, built in Ghana, building Ghana.
In a world where only the best survives, you need a fuel that can match your drive. A fuel with unparalleled protection for your engine, superior efficiency, and unrivaled performance. A fuel so unbeatable, when you get behind the wheel, you'll focus on what really matters. The journey ahead. That fuel is Shell V-Power, because no other fuel gives your engine better protection, better efficiency, and better performance. Be unbeatable. Drive unbeatable. Shell V-Power. Shell, go well.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Get ready for the ultimate celebration of the year. The Situation All White Christmas Party 2024. This Christmas Eve, join us at the Situation All White Christmas Party for a night of unforgettable vibes. Date 24th December 2024. Time 8 p.m. Location The Underbridge, East Legon. Expect nothing but pure magic as we light up the night with incredible performances from Keche, the hitmakers who know how to get you moving. Bisake Day, Ghana's Soul Master with melodies that will take you to another world. Inchin Band, a live performance experience like no other. DJ Mingo, the party maestro, keeping the beats flowing all night. I've done it best, bringing the energy to keep the crowd jumping. And MOG, leading us in spirit-filled worshiping style. Dress code all white. Let's shine together in style. It's going to be a night to remember, full of music, dance, and festive spirit. Don't miss out on the hottest party of the season, the party that shuts down all parties. Call 0205-973-973 for table reservations and get ready to party. It's going to be lit at the Underbridge. The Situation All White Christmas Party 2024 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM and proudly sponsored by Carlsberg Beer, Kiss Drinks, Series, Bell Ice, Verve du Vernet, Bushmills Irish Whiskey, and Blue Jeans Energy Drink.
Sankofa pepper powder, Sankofa, Sankofa, Sankofa pepper powder, Sankofa, Sankofa, Sankofa pepper powder. Etienne Aoun, Boketa Nia Potoyoa, Sankofa Kochikarin, go for Sankofa pepper powder, Sankofa, Sankofa, Sankofa pepper powder, Abuna Bunu, Abonje Krakra, Sankofa pepper powder, red and hot, very natural, Sankofa pepper powder, Chinchinga, Enembia, Sankofa pepper powder, noodles, Ghana Jolo, Sankofa pepper powder, Essia Nette, Sankofa pepper powder, Sankofa, Sankofa, Sankofa pepper powder, Sankofa, Sankofa pepper powder, Sankofa pepper powder.
It's the time of the year for festive savings at ShopRite. Discover merry deals and get big savings on all your holiday essentials. Shop and save on products like 1 liter Montego UHT full cream milk for only 29 cedis, 99 pesos, and 1.5 liter Coke, Fanta or Sprite for just 22 cedis, 99 pesos each. Give more this Christmas with ShopRite's unbeatable low prices, making your holidays extra special. Offers valid until 22nd December. Only at ShopRite. Lower prices you can trust always.
Oppo Durable Ability 36-month warranty. Are you looking for a phone that's built to last? Meet the Oppo A3 series with military-grade shock resistance. It handles falls without a scratch. It's the only phone in the 2000 cedis price range with a Qualcomm Snapdragon processor for exceptional speed. With its fast charging, just 2 minutes of power gives you 1 hour of call time. Oppo Durable Ability 36-month warranty. Oppo Durable Ability 36-month warranty. Are you looking for a phone that's built to last? Meet the Oppo A3 series with military-grade shock resistance. It handles falls without a scratch. It's the only phone in the 2000 cedis price range with a Qualcomm Snapdragon processor for exceptional speed. With its fast charging, just 2 minutes of power gives you 1 hour of call time. Oppo Durable Ability 36-month warranty.
Channel 1 TV is live on DSTV, GoTV, and HD+. On DSTV, find us on Channel 363. On GoTV, we're on Channel 117. And on HD+, get us on Channel 108. On a digital TV, run a new search. But take note that without an antenna, you cannot access Channel 1 TV. Channel 1 TV can be accessed on any free-to-air digital box, like the DSTV and HD+ boxes.
Channel 1 TV, telling your story, empowering change.
It's the most joyful celebration of the year. Joyful Way Incorporated invites you, your family, and friends to Explosion of Joy 2024, an unforgettable encounter with praise, worship, and God's presence. Theme: Living Sacrifice. Venue: Accra International Conference Center. Date: 26th December. 2 shows: afternoon 2 p.m., evening 6:30 p.m. Rate: 150 cedis single, 250 double, 600 cedis for family or group of 5. Guest artist Diana Hamilton, Team Eternity Ghana, Rebirth Ghana. Main sponsors: IT Consortium and Stanbic Bank Ghana. Supporting sponsors: EcoBank Ghana, Tide Company Limited, Enterprise Live, and His Majesty Phones. Media partners: City FM and Channel 1 TV. Tickets powered by Digi Store. Grab your tickets now and let's make a joyful noise together. Explosion of Joy 2024. Live in sacrifice. See you there.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Time check in the studio, 7:37. This is still the Citi Breakfast Show. Did you know that we have exactly 1 week to Christmas? And as I keep saying, you know, Christmas used to be such a big deal. These days, it just comes and goes. I don't even know why. Because, I mean, for me, when I was young, we used to count down to Christmas. And
I'm sure some people still do.
I think we're just children. I think it's a children thing. So, and we have 2 weeks to 2025. 2 weeks. So today is Wednesday.
18th.
So basically,
next week is 25th.
Yes.
And that would mean that 7 days after that is 2nd January.
1st January.
1st, okay.
1st January.
25.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we are very, very close to the new year. Now, people have raised a number of concerns on some subjects. So I'll highlight them in addition to all the political things we've been talking about this week. Just want to, Caleb, can you highlight 2 of the things that have come up from our listeners in the past few hours?
This one is on substandard road construction. It says, I'm bringing to your attention a pressing concern regarding the recent road construction project completed just last Thursday from Taiman to Abokobi. Unfortunately, within a mere 5 days, the road has already begun to develop potholes, indicating a grossly substandard job. This raises serious questions about the contractor's work ethic and commitment to quality. Was this project undertaken with the intention of providing a durable solution, or was it merely a means to secure payment? The rapid deterioration of the road suggests a lack of adherence to construction standards and a blatant disregard for taxpayer funds. I urge the relevant authorities to investigate this matter promptly and take necessary actions to ensure that taxpayers receive value for their money. The community deserves better infrastructure, and it's our collective responsibility to demand accountability. Thanks.
So
Regards,
did the person
President.
mention when this road was done?
Says it was it's been done with
because I used that road yesterday.
It was completed Saturday.
Incidentally, I was there yesterday. I went to a program at Abokobi, and the person is right. The road is looking anemic.
Wow.
So I don't know whether they rushed to do it, whether this is the first layer.
Tema na Abokobi.
Yes. So now that this is just the first layer, this is a permanent road. It looked like, a proper road. You need to dig if there's laterite or if there's water underneath, you replace, and then you level many times. This one looked like they just did one level and they just poured
and it's
stuff.
done. They've left it.
And it's a busy area. So Teman, Abokobi, Oyarifa, those areas are fast developing. And those are actually parts of Medina constituency, which is about the 5th largest in the whole country. So this listener has a point. What I want to suggest is, because we're in a transition period, maybe there should be a day where we have a proper conversation about quality of roads. And hopefully we can put some points down for the new government about how communities can get involved when roads are being done, how all of us can collectively monitor the construction, how all of us can cooperate with the contractor. There should be a contractor scorecard for roads that last. There should be some mechanism the new government will put in place for better accountability for road projects. All right, so we don't have a road done and after 2 weeks the road goes bad. All right, and so when the person is constructing the road, it doesn't inconvenience people unnecessarily.
Too much,
There should be protocols around how you even pre-inform people about the road construction. So thank you for this message. We'll deal with it. It's one of the things we do, God willing, early next year. Something else has come up again on your yes. What else has come? Okay, this has to do with the WASI results. I don't know if it's come to you. Okay, I have it here.
Okay.
Good morning and peace be upon you. As of now, SHS results have not been released due to government indebtedness. How did we get here? Unfortunately, the elections have overshadowed some of these issues. My humble request, please put this on the front burner. Is that a good expression? Okay, put this at the forefront of your discussions on the breakfast show. So, Caleb, have you heard anything about this? Why WASI results have not been released? Is this irregular? Yesterday, I think I saw on television.
It's been in the papers.
I thought WAEC put out a release.
If you can find it for us.
WAEC put out a release stating that there were funding challenges. There was some money that government had to pay, and I think Godfred mentioned it. So they said the exam is in 2 parts. The challenge has to do with the objectives.
Okay.
They spoke about that. So when we get the statement,
because I did see WAEC's PRO on television yesterday,
so
but I wasn't concentrating.
What's happening is there's a breakdown of WAEC's scanners, which are essential for the objective cards, the objective papers. Yes. So according to John Kapi, who is the head of public affairs of WAEC, they've not been able to service the scanners due to a lack of funds, and this has led to a backlog in the marking process.
So when they say objective, they're talking about multiple choice.
Yes.
And so is WAEC asking for money to buy the scanners?
Yes.
No, to fix the scanners, not buy new ones.
But whatever, to get the scanners working again.
And they say the Education Ministry has an outstanding debt of 118 million Ghana cedis that it has not cleared, and they need that to get these issues sorted.
The reason I want to be careful is, in the dying embers of an administration, a lot of people make demands. And because of the controversy around last-minute payments and appointments as well, we need to be careful here. But to be fair, the WAEC situation has been there for at least 6 months. Right? So I'm urging the authorities at the GES to deal with this, whether to call the ministry to expedite the payment or to lobby for the payment, and for WAEC to also explain. So if you can find WAEC for me, I'll be happy to hear from them. And whether by this time the results not having been released, is this irregular? Now, the reason the message I sent to you didn't come was that
the data, no?
Yeah, and I want to just say something. Today there was a story about cable cuts, all right? And I'm not here to denigrate any network, but I seriously speaking, Godfred, since like September, my and this is particularly with MTN. I need to say this. My MTN data. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to audit my usage of my phone, whether I'm doing something wrong. But my data gets finished so quickly, and I don't understand it. And usually when I say these things, the technical people say I should take my time, and that there could be a technical explanation for it. So maybe let me do a phone audit first. But I think I bought credit less than 10 days ago.
Bernard, it's not just you.
Then the thing just finishes. So I'll be there. The thing is like 150 MB.
Yeah.
Sometimes I buy 8 gig. Then and when I'm in the office, I use the office Wi-Fi. When I'm at home, I use my home Wi-Fi. So it's not like I use the thing, and I don't stream necessarily. So maybe if I'm even on Spotify, I've already pre-downloaded the songs I play. Do you understand? So I'm not streaming. So I don't know. And you see, because I'm not that literate on these things, I hesitate.
I've really not known how to express this frustration.
Honestly speaking, so I just need if you're listening to me and you work at MTN, please just explain to me how like 8 gig can disappear to 150 MB in like
Bernard, also the reception, I don't know if you've encountered that, but at home when I make calls, the quality is very poor. Because I was, it's not coming. You have to sometimes go out, come in.
But you moved recently.
Oh, Bernard, but
so
still,
you are on wait.
But still, Charlie, still.
No, but I really want to urge, and I'm saying this with the best interest, that somebody needs to explain to me whether, or maybe somebody come and take my phone and audit me. Because to buy like 6 or 7 gig, maybe like last week before election. Today I was texting. I sent someone Caleb a message. It was not. When I went to check, data finished. It's less than 2 weeks, so Sky.
How much data did you buy?
I bought like 8 gig.
How much is that in?
So usually what I do is that I buy it in amounts.
Okay.
So I'll say I'll pick, and then the bundle will say between 0 to 395.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll buy 150 Ghana cedis around that. So it will take you to. You get it? So I don't buy it. So
150 Ghana cedis. Ideally, that should be able to last you for the month.
Bro, it did, and this is not the first time. And you see, I don't want it to seem as if I am here to.
But you see, and also in between, you use data based on the Wi-Fi there is.
Yes. So when I come to the office, I use JB gives me Wi-Fi. When I go home, I use Wi-Fi. So usually, and the major thing I do.
Do you download movies?
So this is what I do. So I have Spotify. So this is what I do. I'll explain. On Spotify, you are able to download some of the things you want to listen to already. So if you go to my playlist on Spotify, some of them are already pre-downloaded because I'm a premium user. All right. So as a premium user, if you go to say my playlist is downloaded there. So when I play it from its history. It's not like I'm streaming it live. Do you understand me? So it's not like I am playing it all. So I don't know what it is. So maybe somebody, Mauli, get me somebody to explain.
Well, normally there are a number of applications that operate in the background of your phone. If they are data guzzling, then it is an issue.
In fact, because of something people even said, now when you send me a video, I've already set up that I have to approve. So I don't know. I don't understand.
Then you go to settings, you disable all those things.
Sky, it be serious. So you see when I send a message and it doesn't go, then I realize that no, my data is finished. And the other thing is that when I want to buy from the app, sometimes it's not working. So I have to now, and when you buy from the app, you get a bonus. But for some past few days, when I buy from the app, it's not going. So I have to use the *170, and now I don't get any bonus. When I use the app, I get bonus. So I'm not even getting bonus too. Which is another problem.
You see, but the long,
the
long and short of it is that I think those issues are legitimate issues, and in fact, if
I need help,
they are cheating, or there is lack of explanation.
Those are your words.
No, that's why I say. In fact, if there's a qualifying, word there. If that is happening, it has got to be addressed because people complain about these things a lot.
Okay.
And then also the NCA should be interested in a matter like this.
Okay.
Get involved and of course you can file a complaint with them.
No, that's what I'm saying for now. I don't escalate it. I know there are people in MTN who will reach out and help.
But I mean, all of us.
When I understand it, I can explain it better on air.
That's good.
So it's not because of who I am. The job I do. Sometimes the problems I face, for example, I'm driving to Nathan's house and there's a roadblock. When I come on and I speak about it, the contractor will deal with it.
Yeah, so the strategy some other people would have used is to give you data for the rest of the...
That's not good.
No, I'm saying...
I don't want that.
No, I'm not... No. I'm just saying that
it's not a good strategy.
It's a good strategy depending on where you are coming from.
I don't want that strategy.
If I am managing a corporate comms department for, say, one of these data companies...
compromise me.
No, it's not compromising.
No, I want to be able to see... I want... No, Oscar, no. I want to be able to speak freely about what is happening to me, so that if the problem applies to other people, they can solve it. Please don't give me data.
Giving you complimentary or discount service.
No, I can pay for my own data. As soon as they start giving you data, it's the beginning of a slippery slope. No. I can pay for my own data.
Say the thing.
I can pay for my own data, Sky, please. Don't come and even data, bring any data.
Say the thing.
I want you to do two things before you go.
Okay, good. Let's do that.
So, two things. So, the LGBT cases in court today. Just explain briefly what is going to be decided upon based on you and Amanda Odoi, and then I'll also ask you about Parliament before you go, because I know you are going to court.
Yeah,
I told you I want to show up in a time.
When you dress like this, you are going to Supreme Court.
Well,
by the way, can I wear African wear to court?
Well, if you are not a lawyer, you can do that. But if you are a lawyer, the judges might take a dim view of your presence.
But I can challenge that in the Supreme Court.
Well, you are entitled to.
You challenge the Supreme Court.
Why not?
Caleb?
Why not?
2 seconds. Thank you. Caleb is dressed formally.
Yes.
In an African context.
Yeah, that's true.
Why will he be naked before the court if he dresses like this?
Well, so we have practice, procedure, and traditions. No, I mean, it is not to say that I agree with the wearing of suit. I mean, you know my general demeanor, and my I lean towards African wear.
Look at how Caleb is looking.
But for some reason, when the British people left, they left us with, you know,
they locked our mind.
And the idea of wigs and suits and gowns. And some people have advocated in the past, and I tend to agree that perhaps the time has come
when you make a bit more money and you are free, take that matter to court.
Many of my colleagues just believe that they have to wear suits
I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah,
I am saying that when you develop to a certain point as a nation, you must assert your identity.
Yeah, man.
We thank the British for common law.
Yes.
It's one of the best inventions
yes.
in our lives. It's great. We understand it. We appreciate it. But we don't have to dress a certain way to apply the law. You can dress in another way and still apply the principles of the law. Do you understand? As for the law, it's conk.
That's true.
We get it.
Yeah.
But we are saying that presidents of our country, sometimes they dress like this. So formally, if they are swearing in Mahama, he can decide to formally dress like the political suit. He can even wear cloth or wear his jumper. It should be accepted. You cannot wear t-shirt or polo shirt. That one we agree. But if the person, that's why when they say formal, traditional is also formal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Formal should not be suit.
I agree with you. We're on the same page.
And you see, the reason I don't want to overstretch this is that I'm not a lawyer, so it's not really my business. But a lot of our law people have this view that, Charlie, to develop, you have to assert your independence. And part of that is to say, at least let's dress the way we have. By the way, in the law too, you are applying it. Yeah. You see, it's not like you are just using it, or you are applying it. Application is not the same as, you see, you can know mathematics, but you apply it to solve your problem.
Yeah, but you see,
so our job is not to just know the law, but to apply it to develop ourselves. And in applying it, you can choose which part works and which part doesn't work.
You see,
but to accept everything, hook, line, and sinker, dressing, wig, everything, that's no application. That's bondage.
The view is also that, which again you may support depending on what your orientation is that we want a certain like uniformity. So if you say people should wear whatever is formal and bring it to court, then you are likely to have the floodgate problem.
But you can regulate that.
People wearing all manner of things.
You can regulate that.
But if you say everybody should wear suit, then you know that at least by some measure, people. Yeah, exactly.
So you could say a color code. So you could say
black. Or
and then so if somebody wears a jumper, black. So you can I understand what you're saying. You can have a standardized way.
Yeah, which is.
But still let people. You see, because for me, the way we dress is part of who we are.
That's true.
And the fact that we've learned law does not mean we are slave to the way the people who brought the law dress.
Thank you.
And somebody can know the law without dressing like a person who brought the law to you. But let's not litigate the matter. Two reasons. So for a non-lawyer, what are the key issues? What are the 2 key issues before, or the 3 or 4 key issues before the court? Briefly.
Well, I mean, there are 2 cases regarding this particular matter, and also because I'm a party in the matter, I'll be very short in what I say. This is just for purposes of public education, and I've not spoken about this matter publicly anywhere.
Yeah, so you are not going to go into the merits.
So we basically are asking the Supreme Court to declare unconstitutional the bill passed to give effect to the idea that certain practices are not within Ghanaian culture and are not part of Ghanaian values, and therefore they should not be accepted here. We have taken the matter to court myself. My issue, basically 3 issues I've taken to court. The first is that I think that Parliament, in passing the law, did not conform to the rules laid out in the Constitution.
So that's procedural.
That's procedural. Then also I raise an issue of quorum.
They didn't have enough people.
Exactly. They did not, in my respectful view, I thought that they had less than 50 or so members of Parliament as of the time the piece of legislation was passed, and that is not how laws should be passed. They must conform to the procedural, the quorum requirement.
That's number 2.
And then also there is also an issue having to do with whether the bill ought to come from a private member of Parliament or from the president,
because of implications for
the public purse.
So you haven't even come to the substance of the bill yet.
No, these
so
are
the
all
first 3
Yeah,
are
that's right.
the procedure, the quorum, and the private members bill and expenses on the public purse.
Exactly.
So that's first part.
Yeah, that's right.
What about part 2?
Which is the one that people for some reason misconstrue and just accuse Richard Guy of all kinds of things. Is that, look, our Constitution has certain provisions which say that certain rights are recognized in the country. But it also says that there are those rights that are not expressly mentioned in the Constitution, but in a democracy they may be accepted. Now I'm asking the Supreme Court, when you go to court, you ask the court to look at a matter and make a determination. You don't go and say, oh, this right doesn't exist. No, it is for somebody else to do. So I have taken the matter to court to offer the Supreme Court an opportunity to determine the matter, so that we know that, oh, this right is in the Constitution, it is not there, so that we move forward with it.
Well, how different is this from Amanda Odoi? What's Amanda Odoi asking?
Well, Amanda Odoi's case is essentially the same thing, but there are cardinal issues underpinning my suit that are substantially different from what she's asking for.
Is that why it was not consolidated? So they are treating the 2 as 2 cases.
Yeah, that's right. The 2
because in
cases.
some instance they could have merged it into one.
Okay, but what another character of my case is that mine came only after Parliament had passed the legislation.
Okay, hers was there before.
Hers was there before Parliament, passed the legislation. So the question would be whether hers was ripe as of the time that she filed it, and mine was.
So this is. Are we sure they would pronounce judgment today?
Well, they said openly that today is the day for judgment, and we are going there to listen to the respected justices of the Supreme Court.
So when you go, you will bow.
Yes, they will.
And when they finish, you will say, "As it please the court."
Yes, yes.
You say, "My lord."
Yes, as it.
So if you don't bow, what will happen?
Well, that would be disrespect. They can hold you in contempt.
I like the legal procedure. When Nathan, I went to the court sometime, Charlie. When you are sitting down and a senior person comes, you all stand.
Yes.
It's very good. Yes. It's like when I was in primary school. When your teacher comes, we all stand.
Yes.
And those things, we are losing them.
That's discipline.
It's good. We need those things.
The Far East are still holding on to
For
it
me,
firmly.
what I like about law and the military people is that they still respect rank. Like as we're sitting here, some men just came, we were just looking at him. If we're in the soldiers, or if it was like we're lawyers in some court system, we all stand though. But we just Charlie's wearing red. Hey, what are you doing?
But someone will argue maybe that's why the station is also making the progress it's making.
No. But you see, Nathan, Caleb, we have to follow something. See, we are losing something.
There are certain things we can't.
When we were in school, whether Martin the Porridge, 3 Town or whatever, there are certain things that we learned, which are good.
Yes.
These days, he went to Martin the Porridge, also at Dadaba school, but he used to sweep.
Yep.
He was in section something. He will be on duty.
The red section.
Charlie, these days when my kids go to school, they just go. And they just go. They take snack, they just go.
No, they
don't do anything. They just go.
They are coding. They just go.
The system has changed. They are playing piano. They are doing coding.
No sweeping.
If you go
section
green, this is the place you are sweeping. There's a section prefect. If you don't sweep, they will lash everybody.
Yes.
When you are in class and teacher comes, you all stand.
You go and stand on your plot. Where is your plot? This is my plot.
When I was secondary school, you will weed. They will give you a cutlass. You will weed. Was it Thursday? and you weed. If it doesn't go well, you go and weed it again.
As for the weeding,
there's nothing wrong with that. We didn't become bad people.
No. These days, the parents will tell you that they are not paying the amount of school fees they are paying for you to learn.
No, you see, the problem, Godfred, you know what?
We are destroying a generation.
Yeah, so you see, at home, we are not learning to swim.
Or we are refusing
because somebody else is doing it.
Yeah.
And at school, they are not learning to swim because somebody else is doing it. You understand what I'm saying?
Godfred.
I'm saying that at the end of the day, at home,
Uh-huh.
you have hired somebody to be doing the sweeping and the washing.
No,
the child is not learning all of those things.
The child is learning that in my house.
I'm not talking about you. I'm making
things I learned to do by the time I finished JSS. Learning how to iron a dress for it to be smooth. A man's shirt as against a woman's dress. Learning how to sew with a needle and a thread. Okay. Learning basic carpentry, how to use a plane, a saw, all of that I learned in JSS. How to cook basic meals, how to do etching. So they give me a calabash and they give me an awl. All those things I learned in vocational skills. Basic things. Most of our kids don't do that. Fine, coding is great.
The curriculum changed.
But bro, are you telling me that sewing with a needle and thread is useless?
No, I'm just telling you that the people who that's a question you must ask the people who design our curriculum as to how they figured out that we no longer need to know how to sew. You understand? Because like you were saying, when I was in 6th grade, Mrs. Bright, later Mrs. Johnson, that she was teaching the girls how to make their own sanitary pads. You learn how to sew. So that you can make your own. By 6th grade, everybody who went to Martin de Porres in my generation can sew their own sanitary pad, make their own sanitary pad.
Wow.
There were cooking classes, cutlery, like you were saying. You go to the wood shop, you go and learn how to plane. You do all those things. You do the etching.
We even did tie and dye.
As to how
we did tie and dye.
But I'm sure they might find a good reason to tell you why they made the changes.
No, I think the big gap.
We can do something very easy right now. There's a big gap between our generation and Caleb's generation, right? Let's ask Caleb how.
I didn't do tie and dye.
What did you do?
What do you JHS?
We did pre-tech, pre-voc. That was.
Yeah, what did you do any practical?
I did calabash art. Yes, that
calabash
was
art. You did.
Yeah.
Do you do calabash art means you can etch on a calabash? Did you do sewing? Can you sew?
No.
They didn't do sewing.
I think this is what happened. You know what?
Did you do woodwork? Where you asking? Did you do woodwork?
No.
How to use like a saw?
T-square.
So I made a joint.
Yes.
A dovetail joint.
Joints.
You can't do that.
No, they didn't.
Did you do cooking?
No,
you didn't do cooking.
No, we didn't.
You didn't do table manners.
No, of course, table.
So you brought the fork and spoon to school.
Asking whether they use
Did you do tie and dye?
What's the name of that?
Batik. So what did you learn in
That
school?
my mom could do, so but unfortunately I didn't even learn.
So you see the gap.
My mom could make soap in the house.
When did you do JS?
Don't worry, there's a 10-year gap between us and him.
Did you do drawing board?
Oh yes, of course.
You
You
use
have
a drawing
T-square
board.
in your board, and you do that.
Yes.
Protractor. And
So
you
even
have
10 years after we left school,
Yes, there's a 10-year gap between us and him.
You know,
because you did what we did.
Well, we also didn't do a lot
You
of
see?
practical.
When did you finish?
I finished JSS in 2001.
Yeah.
So that's like 6-7 years.
Yes. So what we did, I did sewing. So pre-vocational. So
you did sewing.
When the curriculum changed and they started doing pre-tech and pre-vocational, in our school we did a lot. So the pre-vocational was more hands-on than the pre-tech. Pre-tech we would draw.
So what in the pre-voc? What
did you do? We did sewing. So
sewing is good.
Yes. So sewing. That was the focus of my.
So what you can do hemming versus you can.
So we started doing basic hemming and things. Then the big project was an apron.
So you did it.
Yes.
Can you use a plane?
No, we didn't do hand practical technical things. All we did was to draw.
Do you do calabash art?
No.
Do you do tie and dye?
No.
Bernard, you did tie and dye in school?
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Tie and dye.
Mr. Obi.
You see,
yes.
I'm saying that.
Then they cheated us.
We even did calligraphy where you had to produce
calligraphic writing.
Yes. A banner.
I'm telling you, yes.
The one that didn't
So
teach
for
us.
us, what at least, and that was JS.
Graphic
We did
design.
sewing.
Sewing is good.
We did sewing. So pre-vocational, the focus was on sewing.
And use your finger
DIY.
to sew.
This
You can
is
sew.
JHS.
So the thing.
Yes, JHS. So the focus
So
was
till
on
today, when my
sewing.
trouser,
The hem.
when I can even do 10 up.
I can't put it. I can't put it
It
through.
helped because in JSS there were times when my bag would get torn and I'd
Yeah,
sew
you
the
will have
it
it.
myself.
Correct.
Hey,
Even in essays, I
you have
could
been
sew a little.
miseducated.
They have cheated me.
You know?
They have
The
cheated
technical
me.
part was that we didn't do a lot of going to the work. We didn't even have a workshop.
We
So
had a
what
workshop.
we did was
we had a workshop
technical drawing, like pre-tech.
Maybe
So
the
we
schools
do
we went to.
set square. The drawings, but we didn't do a lot of like the
But in the
hands-on
school
thing.
too.
What we did was sewing.
No, you remember, and that's why back then I recall, if you're entering GHS, everybody gets this container with the Danish butter cookies.
Yes, that was
so
the sewing kit.
Your sewing kit is in it. So your calico, you have to buy calico. Yes. You have to buy the checkered cloth, grey bath, the grey bath, everything is in there. Your tape measure.
I even lost the first one. The first one I was bought from, I lost it.
Even some of the ladies did something called crochet.
Yes.
Yeah. So like somebody from Bishop Bowers is sending a message now. He says, at Bishop Bowers JHS, Pre-Voc was basket weaving, cooking, sewing, needlepoint, knitting, we used to do crocheting.
Knitting and crocheting,
tie and dye, and graphic design.
Tie and dye. We did
So
they did all.
Let's wrap up by saying that now that they say they want to review the curriculum, they should think about some things and add more. Because you see, coding is good, playing computer games is good, but knowing how to work with your hands will never get out of fashion.
I think that the practical part should follow students from basic through JSS, even through secondary school. It may not be examinable, but I think that they should add it to the course so everybody does it.
Bernard, question: where did you do your JHS?
University Basic School.
Godfred, where did you do your JHS?
Martin Pori School.
That's the difference.
No, Caleb, I think
what are you saying?
Everything this guy.
I'm saying
because Zenu TMA we didn't do this.
You don't get it. I'm saying that.
I'm serious. Zenu TMA.
The thing we are saying.
It was not in the curriculum.
No, it's not about your school.
Okay.
The thing we are saying, people who went to basic average school in Ghana in the 90s did all those things.
Abeku went to Salvation Army.
All of us did it.
Salvation Army.
It has nothing to do with Zenu. Don't bring Zenu into the matter. let's bring tech and social media trends is next. So Sky, we'll see you. I want to talk about it. I have to do so.
Zenu is suffering for that.
Oh man.
All right. Tech and social media trends is next. Is brought to us by.
It's brought to us by Telecel and First Bank Ghana. It's the season for connections, joy, and lasting memories. Just don't run out of data. Telecel Fixed Broadband has an amazing package for you this season. We're introducing the Too Much Christmas offer, which gives you a whopping 150% bonus data for just 150 Ghana cedis extra on your current plan. So Bernard, more data for you, more Christmas magic. Experience the magic of uninterrupted internet this festive season, perfect for all the things you love to do online. Simply dial *900# and visit www.telecel.com.gh or download the Telecel Play app to subscribe to the Too Much Christmas offer on Telecel Fixed Broadband today. Telecel, connecting energies. And if you want to send money to Gambia, Guinea, Liberia, Nigeria, and Sierra Leone, it is much easier now. Pan-African payment and settlement systems, PAPS, is what we use to help you send money and receive money from any of these countries. All you need to do is to visit any First Bank Ghana branch nationwide with your cash and your money is transferred. If you want to receive money, then you would need a First Bank Ghana account. There's one way we'll put you first. Find out more about this system. Call this number 0596 921 921.
Let's find out what's been trending or what's trending today, Nathan.
All right, let's get into the trends. And sitting at the very top, Martin Pebu and Operation Recover All Loot.
Yeah,
now, the statement came out, was it yesterday? And it was signed by Felix Kwachi Ofosu, detailing the people that President-elect John Mahama has put into his anti-corruption preparatory team. So the names are Honorable Sami Okujeso Ablakwa, Mr. Daniel Domelevo, COP Nathan Kofi Boache, Mr. Martin Pebu, and Mr. Raymond Archer. And this is from the transition team of the President-elect John Mahama. So these gentlemen have been put in that committee. So because of that, Martin Pebu is trending. He seems to be very popular on social. The youngins seem to think that he will be a good fit for AG or special prosecutor. So other things that are trending, FIFA is trending. Yesterday they organized the FIFA Best Awards. Vinny Jr.
The months after justice has been returned, Man City will start winning again.
So Vinny Jr. won that, and Aitana Bonmati won the Women's Award. Carlo Ancelotti and Emma Hayes were voted as the top
Kudus
coaches.
Couldn't get the best goal.
Yes, Kudus Go made the final 11, but he eventually went to Alejandro Garnacho.
It was a good goal though.
Yes, and so that's also trending. Staying with football, Rashford is trending. Yesterday he granted an interview to Henry Winter, one of the most respected British football writers, and Rashford says he's ready for a new challenge. And people are asking, what does he mean? Does he mean he wants to leave?
Because the coach didn't use him for the most important game, and they still won. So you
people
really
are
question
wondering
yourself.
whether he's leaving or not. Mudryk is also training. Yesterday, a sample he gave to the British or English FA turned out positive, so he's been professionally banned.
What did he take?
They said he took a banned substance, but he says he didn't take it knowingly.
So somebody gave it.
So they will go through and see.
It chop hot.
Yeah. Anyway, so some basketball news.
For how many years though?
The length has not been clearly stated. It's a provisional ban. They are still going through to see what exactly may have gone wrong. Giannis Antetokounmpo is trending. He led the Milwaukee Bucks to win the new look NBA Cup. They beat the OKC Thunder. And to other things that are trending, CAF Awards still trending. Kwashiman cluster of schools. This is where the Ablekuma North ballot papers are being kept. And yesterday it was reported that there was a fire there. People are raising eyebrows and are asking all kinds of interesting questions. So some tech news quickly, and let me give you part 3 of the ongoing war between ByteDance and the US government. Yesterday, ByteDance made a last-ditch effort, in the US. They asked the Supreme Court to temporarily block a law intended to force ByteDance and its ByteDance, which is the China-based parent company, to divest the short video app by January 19 or face a ban. If you remember, Congress passed the law in April to force the company to either switch ownership or leave the US jurisdiction. And now ByteDance is asking the US Supreme Court to step in and temporarily block the law. Remember, January 19 is the deadline. So between now and then, we'll see how this case evolves.
Take a social media trends with Nathan Kwai.
For a bank to rely on, let me give you a shoulder to lie on. We do we seek out to bank if they no lie. Only one place where I get my eye on. Make I introduce you all to First Bank, the best services in the world, first rank. Customer service, everything is well planned. I make music, I travel, I sell land. They be my reserve tank. Cause every time I know my money's safe. Universal banking, it's in me here the date. I'm a busy person, me no need time to wait. Now I got to Spain, even when I'm in the States. My shimmy blue shirt. The team in office is chilling, but who cares? Cause I bank with the best. I'm lucky, I'm too blessed. When it comes to First Bank, it's too west. Everything is you first.
Nobody feed you, I'm like us. First Bank, we treat you first. Treat you first. Somebody see think about you first. Think about you first.
You first. First Bank.
There's a business in every woman, from the young lady brimming with exciting and novel business ideas to the market queen managing her empire. There's the she architect, quantity surveyor, realtor, business consultant, crafting dreams into reality, and the multitasking mom seamlessly blending work at home. The entrepreneur, meticulously checking stock, to the corporate woman, sealing deals on the move. Indeed, there's a business in every woman. Introducing Telecel Women in Business, our initiative to empower women-led and women-owned enterprises. Benefit from tailored activities, networking, business and technical support, free webinars, trainings, and more. To join this initiative, be a female-led business and a Telecel business customer. Visit telecel.com.gh/business to register now.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Get ready for the ultimate celebration of the year. The Situation All White Christmas Party 2024. This Christmas Eve, join us at the Situation All White Christmas Party for a night of unforgettable vibes. Date 24th December 2024. Time 8 p.m. Location The Underbridge, East Legon. Expect nothing but pure magic as we light up the night with incredible performances from Keche, the Hitman makers who know how to get you moving. Bisake Day, Ghana's Soul Master, with melodies that will take you to another world. In Chin Chin Band, a live performance experience like no other. DJ Mingo, the party maestro, keeping the beats flowing all night. I've done it best, bringing the energy to keep the crowd jumping. And MOG, leading us in spirit-filled worshiping style. Dress code, all white. Let's shine together in style. It's going to be a night to remember, full of music, dance, and festive spirit. Don't miss out on the hottest party of the season, the party that shuts down all parties. Call 0205-973-973 for table reservations and get ready to party. It's going to be lit at the Underbridge. The Situation All White Christmas Party 2024 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM and proudly sponsored by Carlsberg Beer, Kiss Drinks, Series, Bell Ice, Verve du Vernet, Bushmills Irish Whiskey, and Blue Jeans Energy Drink.
SG Ghana Visa card, SG all the way. Oh, what fun to get cash back on your Visa card. Oh, SG Ghana Visa card, SG all the way. Use your SG Visa card and get some money back.
From now to 31st December 2024, get cash back each time you use your SG Ghana Visa card to make payments when shopping, buying fuel, making payments online, or using a POS terminal. It's simple. Shop and get cash back only with SG Ghana Visa card. Use your SG Ghana Visa card or get one today. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Are you hoping to start university this January? If you want a British degree from a world-class university at a fraction of the cost, then join Lancaster University Ghana in Accra. With a diverse student community, vibrant campus life, and up to 50% scholarship to support your study, Lancaster University Ghana provides you with a world-class education that creates endless possibilities globally. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Apply to join Lancaster University Ghana, where learners become leaders. Admissions are currently open for our January 2025 intake. Apply now for our foundation program. For more information, contact us at +233 030 221 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Lancaster University Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa. Are you hoping to start university this January? If you want a British degree from a world-class university at a fraction of the cost, then join Lancaster University Ghana in Accra. With a diverse student community, vibrant campus life, and up to 50% scholarship to support your study, Lancaster University Ghana provides you with a world-class education that creates endless possibilities globally. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Apply to join Lancaster University Ghana, where learners become leaders. Admissions are currently open for our January 2025 intake. Apply now for our foundation program. For more information, contact us at +233 030 221 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Lancaster University Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
This Christmas, Melcom is bringing you the biggest holiday savings. Enjoy exclusive holiday deals, daily surprises, and giveaways that will light up your season. Because this season, it's not just about shopping, it's about creating memories, and Melcom has you covered. So gather your family and friends and shop at Melcom this festive season. Because at Melcom, we make your Christmas magical. Melcom, where Santa shops.
Caution, the following is guaranteed to cause excessive laughter.
I don't see we get the push my organ for head. Shifty! He fought, I just say one verse, I get up and say, I like the way you match me.
Make a date this December for the funniest night of the year. A night of 1,031 laughs and music. Prepare to laugh till you drop with comedy heavyweights Bovi, Pencil, Obi Amponsa, Parrot Mouth, Hogan, Foster Romanus, Okokobioko, and the sensational Greatest Band. Join us on Boxing Day, December 26th at the Grand Arena, 8 p.m. sharp. Tickets are going for 400 CDs regular and 600 CDs premium at Charter House, Nalem Store, Accra Mall, or simply dial *389*1031#. For table reservations, call 050-128-8520. Brought to you by Excel, President Chaco, Triton Motors, Enterprise Life, ADB, Dream Collection, Beyond the Return, and powered by Charter House. Don't miss it.
Oppo Durable Ability 36-month warranty. Are you looking for a phone that's built to last? Meet the Oppo A3 series with military grade shock resistance. It handles falls without a scratch. It's the only phone in the 2,000 cities price range with a Qualcomm Snapdragon processor for exceptional speed. With its fast charging, just 2 minutes of power gives you 1 hour of call time. Oppo Durable Ability 36-month warranty.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi.
It's 20 Citi Breakfast Show. Why wait to own your own dream phone when you can have it now without breaking the bank? With MTN Pick and Pay Later, you can own your perfect smartphone and pay in easy installments over 4 to 6 months. The best part is all phones come with up to 3 gig free data, so you can share your pictures and get all your biggest scoops online for the first 6 months after purchase. Simply dial *160#, choose device pickup and pay later under the loan menu and start the process with just small initial deposit. Then stop by any MTN service center to grab your dream phone and enjoy the ultimate smartphone experience. Now, there's also an app where you can buy high-end goodies like air fryers, ladies' bags, microwaves, and more for just 5 Ghana cedis. Yes, Pamo's 5 CD shop is just the app for you. Yes, I mean the Pamo app, Pamo, on Google Play Store or the Apple Store. Now, this is like Christmas magic, but it's real. Download the Pamo app now. It's a shopping app. Sign up and you're ready to grab these festive deals. Now, these deals happen only on Friday, so turn on your Pamo notifications and don't miss out. So whether you're treating yourself or grabbing last-minute gifts, Pamo's got you covered. Download the Pamo app and end the year in style. I'm still on the issue of apps. There's another app called Bisame for shop owners, seamstresses, traders, mechanics or artisans, or hotel owners or hospital owners. If you have a phone, a TV, car, house, or property to sell, Bisame app is here to help you connect to customers. Register your business, reach more customers, and watch your sales soar. With Bisame app, your security is assured. Our trade assurance ensures that online purchases are secured. Just locate the item you want to buy from any social media platform. Inform Bisame. The seller is called to bring the item to the office for inspection before you make the payment. And then the item is shipped to you wherever you are. Download the Bisame app on the Google Play Store or the App Store today and unlock endless possibilities. Nathan?
Yes, Wiggle is here. Wiggle Vision Limited. They are Ghana's leading technology company, and they are offering you Frog, not the animal, but their ultimate USSD OTP and bulk SMS messaging platform designed to transform your business communication. If you are ready to take your customer outreach and engagement to the next level, then speak to Wiggle.com .gh or visit that website or call them on 0554 170 599 and hear what they have to tell you about Frog. Wiggle Vision, empowering businesses one message at a time. And there's a special deal on the new Teramon Trend line coming from VW Ghana. It has space to seat 7 adults comfortably. Has a wonderful 3.6 liter petrol engine. It comes with maximum power and you can go anywhere and everywhere you want to go. Take advantage. The starting price is 750,000 cedis. Get in touch with VW Ghana on 0257 956 688 for more info on every vehicle that they have. And if you are a valued customer of Zenith Bank and your account has been dormant, this is the time to go back and reawaken that account. Experience true convenience and an excellent range of banking products and services designed to meet your every need this Christmas and New Year when you reactivate your Zenith Bank account. Visit zenithbank.com.gh or visit any branch to initiate the process of reactivating your dormant Zenith Bank account. Zenith Bank, in your best interest. And the Customs Division of the GRA is informing the general public of an extension of amnesty for users of uncustomed vehicles to the 31st of December 2024. This amnesty waives all penalties that would have been imposed should such vehicles be impounded by the Customs Division. If you have any queries or you want more info, kindly visit the nearest Customs Division's office or visit the GRA head office of the Starless 91 Road near the Accra Sports Stadium, which is in the Ministries area, or call 0800 900 110 or send an email to info@gra.gov.gh.
Now get ready for a game changer. SMEs, we are introducing Yellow Biz as our new multi-service bundle with everything you need for smarter business solutions. This is an all-in-one package and it consists of 4G plus router with 10 gigabytes of free data, Microsoft Office 365, genuine applications, WebWiz is a customized business website for your business. We have the Unicom service, it's a unified business communication solution for your virtual call center, IVR and conferencing needs. All you need to do, all for a very good deal you don't want to miss. With MTN Yellow Biz, your business will gain access to advanced productivity tools, etc. Call us now. 100 is the number to call, or 0244 308 111. Email us at mtnbusiness.gh@mtn.com. Visit mtn.com.gh/business or any MTN office for your Yellow Biz and stay connected everywhere you go. Terms and conditions apply. So tell me, where are you headed? Are you going shopping at the mall, buying fuel? Are you enjoying your favorite meal at a restaurant, or you're getting home essentials at your favorite shop? Are you shopping online for the things you need? Well, wherever you go, whatever you're doing, do it with the SG Visa card. The SG Visa card is your best option to make payments for goods and services online or anywhere with a point of sale machine. Enjoy a world of amazing opportunities available with the SG Visa card. SG Visa card is what we all use. Find out more about this. Call 0302214314. SG Ghana, the future is you. And if you're looking for litigation-free land, then contact Royal Kingdom Estate. They specialize in land acquisition, construction, design, property management, and more. With properties in prime areas like Accra and Ebri, with land starting at 90,000 Ghana cedis, we have flexible payment plans, affordable homes ranging from 2-bedroom, premium furnished apartments for short rentals in East Airport. Visit us at Cantonments. We are opposite the Soul Clinic International School. Call these numbers 055 755 5909 or 0272 778880. Send us an email, info@Royal Kingdom Estate. Royal Kingdom Estate, building communities, nurturing dreams.
All right, so there have been a number of things we've mentioned this morning before even substantive discussion. First has had to do with the quality of roads being constructed. We're keeping an eye on that because it's a bigger discussion for a different day. And then WAEC's troubles with getting resources to do what it has to do. They are also owed some money by government. Now, the other issue that has come up is the lights outs.
Yeah.
The lights outs. A couple of people have been texting me on it.
Yeah.
And a few people are saying ECG is stressing them out.
ECG has been stressing us out for 6 months now.
Is there a load shedding going on?
Yeah, we've known this for a year.
But I sort of came down a bit during elections, or did it not?
No, I was complaining
because for me this past few days,
week of the election, my lights were out.
These past few days have been very serious.
Last night my lights went off
many times.
Yep, I experienced it.
I woke up a lot of times because the lights just go off.
Maybe it was technical fault.
The slightest thing I'll wake up, so I don't know.
Technical fault.
Well, we will deal with that as well. And let's know which areas you are at. Where are you now? I've forgotten. Old Ashoman. And you are at Kwabinya somewhere.
Dansuma.
So you are in the same constituency.
Yep.
Dome Kwabinya.
Dome Kwabinya.
Wow. All right. ECG, if you are listening, what's going on? Now, I wanted to go to Parliament. Before that, I wanted some quick comments on things we've raised, including the generational gap in our educational system, the emphasis on hand skills, which I think we had, which Caleb's generation doesn't seem to have.
Man, I need to go for change. They should give me a change.
Well, no, I think it's more, to be fair, there are new things. Look, the kind of things our kids can do, we couldn't do, right? Coding and things, they're learning that routinely now. So it's great, but that does not mean that you should leave this basic.
I think those skills, right, the things you can do with your hands, I still believe that they
are more useful in this environment.
I think that they should be part. They should still be part of the education.
I'll tell you something. When I interviewed Professor Duboahin's son, Professor Boahin,
yes,
he basically said when he was in fancy school, he learned to work with his hands, and he's one of the best scientists you would know. He's basically helping to create what I consider to be is solving the biggest question in computing today: how to generate high levels of computing power using minimal electrical energy. So most big supercomputers require tons of power. So he's basically saying that the next problem the world has to solve, and this guy basically designed his first invention. He designed a device for planting corn at infant school because he was in a Greek science class and they were doing technical as well. Right? He's an engineer. You call him a neuromorphic engineer. So what we are trying to say is, we are not saying our kids should be left behind in computing, but he also tells me that he does, when students come to his class and they are like, oh, I got a first class in engineering at MIT, I'm coming to do a master's. He says, well, show me what you can do. He will give you a circuit code to build it from scratch. He says it's one thing answering questions in an exam room and another thing building something. His argument is that if you actually can't build it, you don't know it. So he says his first year students, he always sets them off. They come with all the A's.
And they ask you to build something basic.
They think it's coming to ask them to solve because you've solved the equation. Okay, now use the knowledge of the equation to build the thing. And he says that's why people are hot. All right. So for us, we're saying, yes, our kids must learn coding. They must understand all the STEM things. But if you deprive them of because you see, it's in breaking things and making things that you actually learn. All right. It's in breaking and making things. So our kids may not be as competitive if we ignore completely that type of education. Here are some reactions to the discussion, and Godfred will read a few texts for us.
Okay.
Different things, Mike.
Yeah, it's a mix of things, so I'll read them together and then we'll sort it as we go. Abochi in the West. I like your name. There's Benade. We're here talking about no caning in schools. How are we going to get the discipline again? And now that AI has taken place there, Young Konkwa. Hello, Mr. Avler and team.
Yes.
Please, whenever you guys are discussing our educational curriculum and the way forward, I smile. We keep on changing this educational curriculum like it's nobody's business. We need a national education policy which is not dependent on political gymnastics.
True.
This is a concerned practitioner of education.
I just want to say to him that when they organize the forum for review of the educational sector, he should attend.
Yes, I'm going to tell
and make this submission there. Hopefully, whatever we agree will be bipartisan, to be consensus building, and we'll move forward.
I went to St. Andrews DHS Pre-Sector School. Why does it sound like we say Apalache? He went to school there too. We did life skills in Form 1 and Form 2.
Thank you.
But we didn't extend it to BEC. Here, we learned how to sew a tote bag and apron using grey baft.
Yes.
Sew a pajamas and crocheting as well as cooking.
Thank you.
That is steaming, grilling, boiling, frying, etc.
Yes.
Pre-vocational skills.
It was examinable.
Yes. We did a graphic design from the onset and concentrated on calabash art for BEC.
Thank you.
On pre-tech, we did a combination of the technical skills in woodwork and blockwork as well as technical drawing.
That's true.
Good morning, guys.
Morning.
I completed DHS in 95.
You have to be my mate. He's my mate.
the tie and dye I did at Lincoln International helped me to get money to pay part of my fees into SSS then, until my dad, in his own autocracy, changed my course to business in secondary.
Yeah.
That's my dad in his own autocracy.
I think,
Rose Frimpong.
So this Lincoln person was my mate because I finished BC 95 as well.
Rose Frimpong at Spintex says, Caleb, I attended Medina number 2 GHS, but I did most of the handicrafts Bernard and Co are talking about.
Which year?
You know,
year
Medina, we have number 1.
No, yeah, my Zenu is number 1.
Okay, we have number 2. We have number 3.
TMA number 1.
Yes,
Zenu
so
TMA number 2. Zenu TMA.
And number 2, they used to do Ewiana and Opao.
Yes, you are running.
So these people are basically.
You know, Caleb was making a point about the school. I got a few messages that seemed to agree with him.
The school
that
matters.
the school so for example, some schools had the facilities to do some of these things. So they had a workshop where you could go and
so it depends on the
like saw blah 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 blah. Some schools didn't. Others chose what was easier to do. So for example, that was GSS, we chose sewing. So we did sewing. Right? We didn't have a workshop. But the point is that even when the syllabus was changed and then the life skills and cultural studies and all of that got new
because
names
you had the structure
and new parameters, because some schools had the facilities, they kept on doing that.
Maybe Caleb missed out because in his time there were more students. Because in my time, my very good friend Yellow, he was at Queen of Peace. He's a basic public school. In fact, there was a time in JSS2 I went to classes in their school and the standard was almost the same. The teaching was the same. The students understood the same thing. This person from Medina number 2 is as basic as it gets. So maybe in the 2000s things changed, but in the 90s there wasn't that much difference.
Well, so I did Zenu TMA number 1 for 1 year, and then went to Herman Preparatory School. This was in Nankese anyway.
Okay.
You know, and again, that's
so you left
that was
Nankese?
Yes,
and
that was
a private school.
That's a private school, and still I don't remember taking these.
So where did you write BC?
I wrote at Herman. Yes.
Herman.
Yeah.
In Nankese, what's the biggest town in Nankese?
Suhum to the left and Kufodia to the right, depending on where you're
okay, that road.
In between, yeah.
All right, all right. So when we do Basco, you know that area very well.
I do.
Okay. Please continue.
Akoti and things.
Gomo Akoti?
Yes.
No, not Gomo.
No, this is just Akoti.
No, the one we have is called Trotto.
Yeah, Trotto.
That's where we go and do the.
Go for it.
All right.
Yes. Okay, so more. Hello, team. Prevoc had different sections. I did basketry in Prevoc.
Thank you.
The next town did cooking, and another school in the same town did sewing.
Yes.
As for pre-tech, carpentry, block laying, etc., sadly, we did theory.
Yes.
This
So
is
that was
Patrick
my-
from Azagonokopper.
That was my case too.
That's my thing, because Bernard, you did everything practical too.
The only thing I didn't do was block work, but even that they showed us what the spirit level is, but we did practically. My practical job was to create a dovetail joint, and that dovetail joint you do it from beginning. You mark it. You use a small saw to cut it, chip everything, and it has to fit. And it was they will give it. There was a certain mark they will give you, which will be your practical continuous assessment.
Right.
So it wasn't small. We had Mr. Opoku and Mr. Obing, and then Mr. Asan, who's still in the school. So I went to speak at the University Primary School a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
My technical skills teacher, Mr. Asan, was still there.
Yeah.
Looking as fresh as ever.
Yeah. We had, I think, Mr. Danso. He's still around as well. Hi, Bernard. And then Mr. Ofori. Hi, Charlie. Mr. Ofori's handwriting. He was teaching technical drawing.
Okay.
Hey, his handwriting. Charlie.
Neat,
I've never
eh?
seen. Hey, Aloski. And he could draw a straight line with no ruler. He just.
No, Charlie. Some of our old teachers, they were teachers who.
Wow.
They were teachers.
We used to call him Captain Planet.
I tell you.
Because he went to do some Jerry Kelby, Charlie.
Uncle here.
Hi, Bernard.
Hi.
We still have all these Prevox skills options now.
Okay.
It has been integrated and named as Basic Design and Technology.
You've missed the
BDT.
You've missed the bead making personal.
Yeah.
Okay, good morning, Bernard and team. At Sakumono TMA school, ours was bead making. And tell you what, it was more of practicals, and we really loved it. I'm Ebo Isaac, listening to you live at EV Oil Company Limited, Nungwa
So you
Beach
see,
Drive.
Sakumono TMA school is also a public school, and they did bead making. So it's clear the thing has been.
And then, hi, Bernard. Yes, it says we still have all the Prevoc skill options now. It has been integrated and named as Basic Design and Technology.
Right.
But our focus is no more on the practical side, but just to pass BC. I'm a BDT teacher from FEM Foundation School in Spintex. And Professor Babuati says, Charlie, the way you guys are talking about this day, the way those of us who did O and A levels, we are very old.
But Babu Atin was your typical teacher.
Yes.
So when you go into his economics class, you will fold his shirt.
The sleeves, no.
You know,
he go shine you the course.
You know, in the university they lecture.
Yeah, he will shine
Babu
you.
Atin will teach. It's different. He doesn't. When you are doing his when you are in level 400 and you are doing your electives, the class like maybe 25 people. That's when they actually will teach, because when they are 150, they are not. Like 30 people.
I always used to say that
teach you
you don't attend university properly until enter your final year.
True.
Or you are doing your masters.
Yes, because the lecturers treat you different. Now you are coming to learn.
In final year, my elective class, we were 9. My political science class, we were 1,004.
Look at that. So,
but my elective performing arts class, directing class, we were a class of just 9.
But I hope Legon don't have those 1,004 classes anymore.
Charlie, those guys, Charlie.
No, it's not.
Anyway,
it's not, because they are basically teaching so that the best students will get to do the electives. So they actually only get your proper attention when you are level 400.
Dr. Geber's U.S. foreign policy class were how many? About 7, 8.
Correct.
And that was when
he will know your imprint.
Yes, that was when he actually got to enjoy it.
I actually recommend that for service, people should do teaching. Because see, when you do teaching,
I love teaching.
Before you even become a lecturer, there's a certain sense in which you can know how the knowledge you are imparting is going.
Oh yes.
So the lecturers we had who taught as teachers before,
yes,
I think they were the best.
Yes, we had this history teacher. I've forgotten his name, but we used to call him Vakbo because he taught he was from Vakbo, went to Vakbo Secondary School,
he came to Prempeh.
and then taught. No, University of Ghana.
Okay.
First year history.
Wow. I know him, Baku.
Dr. Baku. Oh,
his daughter was in my class.
Yes.
Baku.
Proper teacher.
He's a historian, one of the best historians we have.
Proper.
Yes, because he's a teacher.
He's a teacher.
No, with equations.
But his course was difficult.
What course was that?
He was teaching truth and objectivity, or truth and fact. One of those courses.
What did you study? History.
Charlie, me, I've done things.
History, truth and fact. How is that even the course?
No, it was part of a course. It was one of the courses in that 200. I think it was 200 rather. Yeah.
You did history.
Yes.
Hey, you do things so.
Yes, I've been everywhere.
History, arts, theater arts.
Yes. Political science.
Pol Sci, yeah. Godfrey did Pol Sci.
Yes,
philosophy too.
Yes.
Wow.
How many courses did they give you at the time?
I mean, I like to learn.
So you are going different places.
I think in my year group, I did projects in 2 courses actually. I did a project in political science, and Agridakun was my supervisor.
Oh, Agridakun.
Yes. And then I did in
theater.
In theater, I did directing.
As a side point, somewhere like Agridakun, he needs to come back to the classroom. You know why? You see, he's taught political science many generations. He's gone to work at the first he went to the Parliamentary service and now head of civil service. Now, if this person comes back to teach a master's class, he doesn't even to read.
He's lived it.
That's the thing. So in the Western world where they have a lot of money, they will convince him to say, Charlie bro, when you leave parliamentary service and civil service, come back to the classroom.
Yeah.
And when he comes back, he can teach a special class.
Yeah.
Maybe people who are specializing in international relations or doing something. And the lessons he will share.
It's like getting taught. It's like getting taught by Diki Osei.
Ow, you get.
You said that one. When I entered Lesiad, my class, one of the students there was the man who had just returned as head of Ghana's delegation to the World Trade Organization.
A student?
Yes.
Oh no.
Later became, that same year was made chief director of the ministry. He was going on retirement.
And he was a student in your class.
Master.
How are you going to compete with this guy?
I mean, when the teacher is teaching,
you'll be corrected.
No. The teacher says, "Oh, Ambassador, and you recall the Uruguay round? The Uruguay round. Can you please explain to us what happened? Because he was there." And then But the thing was that he was in my group.
But no, the thing was
no, for kind assignments, load give up. Doesn't have time. Charlie, but it was beautiful. It was beautiful, sitting in class with all those people.
Getting taught by practitioners is wonderful.
And
so Agridaku, please come back to the university.
I hope he does. He's a wonderful teacher.
He needs to come back and teach.
I saw him taking a walk the other day. Good morning, team. I mean, Caleb generation. Our time, the pre-vox skills had been segregated into the various subjects: catering, gourd and calabash art, sewing, graphics, etc. So each school chose which skill they would teach. I did catering, and it was hands-on.
That's right.
Bernard, in Japan.
Hold on. Are you sure if I ask my son what a god is, he will even know what it is?
Oh, Bernard, you'll be shocked. They will know.
Charlie. Because they actually brought a god and showed us how you generate a calabash out of it. I'm not sure if you tell him this is a god, he will know what it is.
But why did they have to segregate? Because like you did a lot. I did almost all of it. So why did they end up having to separate it anyway? Bernard, in Japan, most schools don't have cleaners, etc. Kids clean themselves and learn valuable lessons about responsibility. We are losing it as a country. Clearly on Happy Andy from Joulu. Hi guys, I'm enjoying your discussion on vocational skills. At my school, I did basketry.
Look at that.
As part of my pre-voc skills back in Dunkwa on the field. I did basketry.
Yeah.
I think we started in class 4, class 5.
Yeah. No, the thing there, it's very serious. Okay. We have to take a serious look at this, and I'm urging the educational review team to look at all these things.
Yes.
Right,
let me talk about your data pahala. A lot of people are upset with the data issues, including me. I'm beginning to regret switching.
No, don't do that.
Bernard, slow down. The other networks are worse. I don't know whether they change. This person is actually upset with Telecel. Good morning, Aloski and team. I buy 350 Ghana cedis MTN bundle, which gives me 92 gig. I don't do much, but this bundle gets finished within a month. Everything is gone. Data is expensive and it gets finished easily. This is a business scientist from the University of Ghana. Let me just finish.
Somebody from MTN said that maybe it's the type of bundle we choose. So let me read it. It says, Bernard, please be sure of which type of bundle you are buying. Example, just for you and data zone bundles are typically big but expire quickly depending on your usage pattern. Choose what works for you better. There could be other issues to look into, but if you provide, but you will have to provide some details on the bundles you bought for us to clarify. So my point is, it's not really the amount, according to this person. If the bundle you choose has a certain cycle, it may go faster. Godfred, more comments.
Yes, Bernard, they are complaining about MTN. Tell us, please. Serious data problems. You've used 90% of your data. Very annoying to see when the 5 gig you bought didn't last 2 weeks. Better than team, you are spot on how fast the MTN data runs out. I thought I was the only one feeling or experiencing this until my friends started complaining. Guys, on the real, the telcos in real times are not doing well at all. By the way, kindly ask the MTN people, because I don't understand why many people are at their premises from Monday to Friday. Well, it's a business. They want people
but
there.
what are people doing there?
Maybe they are getting.
It could be maybe SIM registration and all of that. There are
Or
people
some of them
doing
want to be
different-
agents and things, because
It could be. There's always you always find a queue.
Good morning, guys. I bought 6 gig yesterday, and this morning I have less than 1 gig. It's difficult for me to comprehend. This is Bismarck, who doesn't understand what he did with his 5 gig.
It's hard.
Bismarck, are you sure?
It's hard, man. I can relate.
Good morning, CBS. In fact, Bernard, you are right on this data issue. I've been experiencing this data overrun for the past 2 weeks. Somebody has to explain things to us.
All right.
Good morning, guys. Please, I am very happy you have mentioned MTN data. Please, when you buy the data with the app, it shows the gigabytes you are buying. But after buying and you check your balance, it will no longer be in gigabytes but megabytes. Why? AJ from Mamozo has just a different issue.
Yeah, actually it's true. So when you buy, but see, megabytes is thousands of, so gigabytes thousands of megabytes. So they basically don't change the calibration.
Yeah. Now there's a problem I can relate to. I have called MTN 4 times this morning, guys. My data connection has been off since yesterday. Please talk about the connection too, in addition to the fast consumption of the data. When you make a call, the line goes off, and you have to call at least twice before you can reach the other person on the line. Please help us get some answers from MTN. Harry,
well, MTN, if you are
from
listening,
Kaswa.
we are happy for you to give us somebody to explain these matters.
A lot of people have questions for MTN this morning, actually.
Yeah.
Good morning, Bernard. It's true. Data on MTN is running out faster than it normally should. I used to switch between AT and MTN, but currently they are running out faster than they should. In computer school, we learned about data values of how many kilobytes make a byte and so forth. When you do the calculations currently, it doesn't add up.
Okay.
Good morning, Team CBS.
Morning.
I prefer buying 300 Ghana cedis for 92 gig. Last time I checked my data in November, I had 20 gig. Just yesterday, I realized I have 5 gig. I use office Wi-Fi when in the office, but no Wi-Fi at home. But I usually close after 7 p.m. I am an average user of social media. No uploading or heavy downloading. This is Evans from Kwabenya.
Welcome to my world.
But there's another message here. This one is on ECG. He says his runs like too fast. For a 2-bedroom, ECG is charging 83 cedis a day. If you calculate that a month, it's crazy. So
83 cedis
a day. Run that by 30, man. It's crazy, man.
This is another story.
Yeah, somebody else sent me a message. It says the new ECG Nuri meters, they are causing all kinds of problems. The person said they spent 500 cedis in just 2 weeks. Has only one fridge, one AC, and a few bulbs. Wow,
it's a lot of concern. All right, let me take you to Parliament briefly. There are some interesting things happening in Parliament. So it seems as if the two sides are continuing their merry-go-round. So the NPP side has not brought the new appropriation sort of adjustment. NDC suspects they are playing some game. The MPP side wants NDC to pass the tax exemptions. NDC doesn't want to do that as well. I'm going to bring you a 10-minute excerpt from Parliament, and then we'll see what we can make of that. This is still the Citi Breakfast Show, dealing with all kinds of issues. 12 minutes to 9. Here's an excerpt, and it starts with Napo, and then Governor Abuja having a discourse on what to do with a few numbers and the things that need to be done before the new government takes place.
Mr. Speaker, the item you mentioned, 7A, is such a critical requirement of government and a responsibility of this House to undertake that. Mr. Speaker, you will recall that yesterday I suggested that it was almost an open understanding that the finance minister was going to be here to lay this paper. When he decided not, or when he didn't come, there was rumors all over the place. I didn't peddle any rumor. I just suggested that I hope there was no conspiracy to say that the finance minister will not lay this particular item. The very respected the Supreme Leader, Honorable Chairman Sabonsu, came to the defense of the finance minister saying that based on some new development on the fiscal front of the state, it might be necessary for him to maybe review what he's already brought to Parliament, because I know you are in possession of what he was supposed to lay. That is why it appeared on the other paper. We are here today again, Mr. Speaker. The finance minister is not here. The leader of the side opposite is not here. Nobody is telling us anything. Mr. Speaker, I'll repeat. I hope there's no conspiracy to make it impossible for this to be laid, to be taken, until Parliament, the 8th Parliament expires. The whole world would have known that it was a deliberate decision of somebody not to lay this to be taken. I hope the rumors circulating are false. I just hope it's false. Otherwise, there's no reason why a document in the possession of Mr. Speaker, the document is already here. Why there's nobody available in government to lay this is a mystery, Mr. Speaker. It is a mystery. Why did you communicate that document to Parliament if you are not ready to lay it? So, Mr. Speaker, I'll just leave it here. But let all people, workers in government, all workers in this country, everybody who draws from the public purse, be aware that the opportunity exists for the finance minister to communicate to Parliament this document of expenditure in advance of appropriation. However, they have decided that for reasons known to them, they are not going to lay that paper. If we get to a point where we are not able to take this under the 8th Parliament, the blame should solely be at the doorstep of President Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia and the finance minister. And they should be aware that there are consequences in the Constitution if you fail to discharge your duties, responsibilities placed on you as a public official, and you fail to do it, there are consequences. They should be ready to face those consequences.
They are interested not in the vote of account, Mr. Speaker. They are interested in their terminal benefits. It is part. Don't aim me here. You don't want to come to work. For 2 weeks, NDC side of Parliament decided that Parliament should close. You are not ready to work. Why are you now ready to work? You are ready to work because you are interested in Article 71. His Excellency, the resetting president, has said even when he comes to office, he's going to cancel Article 71. It is not a priority for anybody. Let us do things that are better, not Article 71. That His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has promised Ghanaians that he doesn't want Article 71. We are not going to do Article 71. We won't do it. When you come and approve it so that I can come and collect my own. Thank you.
We have gone through several transitions. No president has ever avoided a critical duty like this in our nation. Presidents have lost elections, but they've performed their duties. It is the duty of President Nana Akufo-Addo to present the statement before this House. It is his duty. We approved the budget last November. The budget ends in December. The new government will be ushered in early January. So we need expenditure in advance of the budget to be able to pay salaries from January, February, March until a new budget is introduced into this House. This is the simple duty that the president must perform to the good people of Ghana. And the finance minister always performs this duty on behalf of the president. You recall, when the finance minister was not available to discharge this responsibility, we allowed the then majority leader, our able majority leader, to step in his shoes and perform that critical duty. And today, you are refuging in some excuses that we haven't heard before in this House. Mr. Speaker, the introduction of Article 37 in this debate is uncalled for. It has nothing to do with what we intend to do. In fact, Article 71 has never been mentioned anywhere. What they are running away from is to present expenditure in advance of budget. Just expenditure to cater for January, February, and March. And you are saying that, look, you have lost elections, so you won't do.
Mr. Speaker, I think that it must be established. It must be established that the majority party as of now in Parliament, the caucus, has never decided not to lay documents in this House. Mr. Speaker, the chief whip for the minority made that explicit statement that it's been decided by the majority that documents should not be laid in this House. That is a patented untruth. Speaker, then he said, we have decided not to work. Again, an untruth. Mr. Speaker, he then goes out there to say that we have elected since yesterday, decided since yesterday not to work. And yesterday I was telling him that this uncanny ability to establish rumors in this House and proceed on account of rumor is improper. And I saw him gesturing to me that I should go calm on that. And today he proceeds on the same path. It's not right. It's not right. Because you know, somebody made an allegation and you said that the person should withdraw because there's no truth in that. In the meantime, you are the most culpable in these instances. It's not right, Chief Whip. It's not right. But having said so, Mr. Speaker, the finance minister is supposed to bring the document and present in this House. Mr. Speaker, the document, as you said, was even brought here before the conduct of the elections. It was brought here before the conduct of the elections. And at the time, the leader was pleading that we should have business transacted on that. And then the House, with you participating, elected not to participate. So why do you turn around? No, I'm saying then at the time, because of this quabble over who to occupy majority and who to occupy minority, you were not able to transact business. But the document had come here. So let it not be stated for the record that the ruling administration is failing in its duty. Again, a palpable untruth. You don't do that. Mr. Speaker, yesterday I said that whereas I'm aware that the document is there, I didn't want to bear responsibility of presenting it because of issues that had arisen before the transition team, the meetings that we're holding. And I said that I thought the minister requires to come to this place and do the presentation himself, given issues that were emerging. Perhaps he may want to amend portions of it. That is what I said. This morning, we have had one meeting in which he was supposed to participate. He couldn't be there for some obvious reasons, that he was working, was dealing with some aspects of the document. I don't know whether he's going to amend portions of it before presenting it to the House. Now, if these facts are not known to you, and you establish and cook your own rumor in the House and proceed from there to say that the government has decided not to do that, Mr. Speaker, that cannot be appropriate in this House. Mr. Speaker, it is not only workers, if the House is unable to approve of the vote on account, it's not only workers who may not be paid from January 2025. Even this House meeting after December to listen to the President present his message, his last message on the State of the Nations, cannot hold. And the House was called upon to avoid this situation before the elections. Why was it not done? Why was it not done? The House was embroiled in determining who occupies the majority seats and who occupies the minority seat. Most irrelevant. With the greatest respect, most irrelevant.
So that was an excerpt from yesterday's parliamentary sitting. You heard the voice of Governor Kwabena Agboja. You also heard Matthew Opoku Prempeh. Governors is MP for Adaklu. Opoku Prempeh, former MP for Menchia South. And then you heard Chairman Sabonsu, former majority leader and now MP for Siame, on his way out. So I think to delineate the issues, there seems to be this parliament, I don't know, they've been fighting since day one, and they seem to be want to basically will go out fighting as well. They have not agreed on anything, and this last week, this amount that's supposed to be, or this what do you call it, the appropriation for January to March, which is something we consider to be routine, has still not happened. And it appears they're still nitpicking and they're still finger pointing beyond the issue of who sits where. We'll try and see if we can do a couple of quick interviews on this, but it's quite clear to me that this hung parliament risks being seen as the worst of the Fourth Republic in terms of its inability to build consensus and to do government business. So I'll take a short break. When I come back, I'll do a couple of quick interviews on this. Stay with us.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Make life easier with Sigma Appliances. Yeah. Your excellent go-to choice. 5 Sigma Appliances.
From air conditioners, fridges, freezers, washing machines, small appliances, and more, Sigma Appliances has them all. Visit Platinum Impex on the Sprinters Road behind Okadeco. For wholesale, call 030-280-1555 or WhatsApp +233-55-466-6444. Visit PlatinumImpex.net.
Are you ready for the biggest Chop Bar conference yet? Get ready for an unforgettable experience in Peduasi Valley Resort on Saturday, 28th December 2024, as we bring the Chop Bar Conference to you this Christmas. From palm wine to asana, fufu, TZ, banku, omutuo, ebunubunu, ayoyo, and all the local delicacies you enjoy in your authentic asanka, we've got it all at this year's Chop Bar Conference. Buy as much as you can eat and drink while dancing to the best Bobobo tunes ever. Bring your family family and friends and experience the vibrant charm of Chop Bar in a luxury setting. Remember, it's happening on 28th December at 11:30 a.m. sharp. For inquiries, call 0540-125-555 or 0540-125-554. Peduasi Valley Resort. Live life.
When you hear that sound, it can only mean one thing. It's the sound of excitement, the sound of milky goodness. It's the unmistakable sound of rich, creamy deliciousness. The sound that lets you know that the original milky richness awaits. The milky richness you can find in every bite of Munchie Milk Shortcake.
With its unique blend of milky richness and carefully selected ingredients, Munchie Milk Shortcake is crafted from an original age-old recipe to delight your taste buds. If you're looking for pure satisfaction and the authentic taste of original milky richness, it's time to grab a pack of your favorite biscuits, Munchie Milk Shortcake today.
This advert is FDA approved.
Papa Nunye, Papa Nunye, Papa Naka Messi, Papa Nunye Kamesi, Only one politician, strong and reliable, trusted by generation. We want the citizens to buy only politicians. Papa Nunye, Papa Nunye, Accra Plumbers, say so.
Big is better. Broom is best. Happy moment starts with Broom. Buy one and get one free. It is Broom. Up to 25% discount. Buy an LED TV and get another TV for free. Buy an air conditioner and get a ceiling fan for free. Simply ask of Broom. There is more for everyone in Ghana. Free gifts and more on Broom freezers, refrigerators, and many more. Rush to your nearest Broom dealer or 0800-100-247. Broom leaves you with a smile.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Time check, it's 9:06. We're still back on the parliament discussion. So, what on earth is going on in our parliament? Why is it so difficult for this particular parliament to agree on anything? Before the election break, they were arguing over who was to occupy minority side. Now the elections have been decided, and they have just a few things to do. One of which is to approve government expenditure in advance for appropriation between now and March. That has not happened yet. The MPP side is accusing the NDC side of prioritizing personal interests over national issues. The NDC side is asking that this appropriation be brought in and they are not interested in approving any tax exemptions. So MP for Cape Coast South, who's won re-election in the person of sorry, let me get his name right. MP for Cape Coast South, Rickett Hagan. Kweku Rickett Hagan is on the line. Good morning, Honorable Rickett Hagan.
Good morning, Bernard.
I suspect you won re-election.
I do.
Wonderful. Well, congratulations.
I've been seeing you for a long time. You've forgotten my name.
No. It's there's a lot of things in front of me. Forgive me. This 8th Parliament is quickly gaining notoriety for not being able to agree on anything. The Parliament started with a fight, and it seems to be ending with a fight as well. What at all is going on with this particular Parliament?
Thanks a lot, and good morning to your viewers and listeners. And good morning to the good people of Cape Coast. And I should thank them again for giving me the opportunity to serve them again as their member of Parliament in the ninth Parliament, which is to start early next year. Yes, it's been a unique and interesting 8th Parliament. Obviously, having what is known as a hung Parliament has contributed to all the challenges that we are talking about. It has also, in a way, exposed certain gaps that we have in our constitution as to whether those, who believe in, or I should say, who believe that the constitution should be amended, and those who believe that we should rather amend our ways. That is a subject for another day. But we have gotten into the situation we are in today as a result of this very Parliament. We have never, ever experienced, apart from all the other things, that have happened in the past, with regards to doing a budget, we have never been in this situation before. Because normally what happens is that this budget, which is usually called a budget estimate, not a full budget, or a mini budget as people will call it, basically an appropriation for the first quarter of the year, is usually done before the election in November. Now, when that is being done in November, the assumption is that the government that is doing so could still continue to be the government going forward. Or the opposition party could then become the government. So there is some level of uncertainty that allows the current government to put up that budget, in a way like they may continue or they may not. So in that case, they are supposed to do a budget for 3 months because the new president or the new administration comes in on the 7th of January. But our financial year or fiscal year, if you can put it that way, ends on the 31st of December. So if you don't have any budget in place, it means government cannot spend for the first 3 months because the government comes in on the 7th, or the president comes in on the 7th, ministers are appointed, you go through vetting. By the time you have ministers in place, to start any meaningful job would be somewhere in February and in March for the rest of the ministers. So then you want to have something in place, or the Constitution puts something in place for us to be able to spend for the first 3 months salaries and so many other statutory things that the government needs to do. But this time round, the situation is completely different. There is some certainty now that the government is supposed to provide this mini budget or this budget estimate is certainly not going to form the new government. So that becomes a tricky situation. So what right, legitimate right, you will say, has this current government got in putting a mini budget or estimate? Only for 7 days. Their power actually does not go beyond the 7th of January. And certainly, this is the certainty that poses a challenge. They will certainly not go beyond 7th January. Whereas in the past, you cannot tell. There's some level of uncertainty. So, in my view, and I think I made this, I had this discussion with the leadership, particularly the chief whip, on this matter the day before yesterday. That, in my view, I didn't even think that the finance ministry alone should be left to write this new, mini budget, but it should be done. First, the budget, of course, is that of the president, but the budget for 2025 is certainly not for Nana Akufo-Addo.
But fair enough. Honorable Ricketts, don't you think we should blame both sides? Because when before election season of Parliament was happening, the main argument was about where you were going to sit. And indeed, I remember the majority that asking for a meeting to be held before elections, but you were not interested. One would have thought that would have been the best time to do this. Now that elections are over, people are bruised, and people now know definitely who's going to be in government. Any of these things could have happened. So in a sense, you can blame yourself that if you had not measured on the mind of where you sat and focused on parliamentary business before the break, you probably have had this done and over with.
I will agree with you to an extent, but I can also tell you that there has been a benefit of having this kind of parliament, which is the hand parliament that we in the 8th parliament. And I believe that it has benefited Ghanaians most than probably any shortcoming. So yes, it's a give and take thing. We are where we are because of the nature of parliament that Ghanaians gave us. And as a result, all these things are coming up. Therefore, we will have to address them. We've had so many other challenges, some good, some bad, in the past, before we go to who should be majority or who should be minority. And we are where we are as a result of the nature of the parliament. You can blame parliament.
All right.
But then you can also credit parliament for some successes of this 8th parliament. So we are where we are, and we've got to solve the problem.
The majority side seem to also be putting something on the table. They want you to pass, or at least discuss the tax exemptions, which they've been trying to do for the past 2 years, and it seems as if your side is not interested. Why is the tax exemption issue such a sticking point for the two sides?
Loses government tax revenue. So if you're going to be giving out tax exemptions to that tune, you've got to know that is going to definitely create a fiscal gap in your budget, and that money has to come from somewhere. When you live in a nation that is basically being swallowed by debt, the last thing you want to do is to be giving away tax revenue, which you need, obviously, to be able to reduce your deficit and eventually be able to bring your debt down. And we have done a thorough investigation into these tax exemptions and realized that a lot of the money is actually going to friends and family and cronies. And for that reason, with the history of this government, we cannot accept such blanket tax exemption being given to people who we think don't deserve it and eventually will affect the nation. This is a country where the current government is not paying its debt and has not done so for the last 2 years. When the new government comes to power, especially the external debt restructuring, the repayment needs to begin. They are currently giving us false figures about the way the economy is performing without necessarily factoring the debts that we are not paying. So obviously we cannot be handing out money when we don't have it. You don't hand out money when you don't have it. You're a broke man and you are giving us freebies.
I see. Finally, Napo has accused your side of prioritizing personal interests over national issues because he says your push for this 2025 mini budget is also motivated by your desire to secure terminal benefits as Article 71 office holders. Sorry, we are having challenges with your line, and if we can get a new connection, we're having difficulty hearing him on that. No, we can't hear him. We're talking to the MP for Cape Coast South Wicket, Kweku Ricketts Hagan. And it looks like this parliament will end the way it started, with fights all through. Godfred, I don't even know.
They need to sort that out. Yesterday I heard some of the elements of the TUC speaking about this.
Charlie.
And
if they don't sort this out, there's no money for first, second, third month of the year.
And so they need to sort it out quickly.
Yeah, it's for me, what they are doing is people are losing interest in Parliament because of the way they are behaving.
Yes.
And I don't know.
You are not very enthused by their return.
2 hours discussing something they could have discussed in 20 minutes.
And then this one also.
Yeah, so it's not really going well. Let me see if I can put him on to finish. I have a few interesting interviews coming up later, though. Danny Best is joining me. Shelley Frimpong is also joining me on a new movie. Ooh. All of that and more coming up. It's 17 minutes past 9, Citi Breakfast Show. This festive season is the time for your entertainment to be taken to the next level. Get on Aquaba Magic, watch the best of Ghanaian and other African movies and series. Dive into the world of cartoons, as children are not left out of the entertainment season. Now simply dial *759# to reconnect or stay connected today and be part of the enjoyment on DSTV, your home of entertainment. If you're ready to boost your viewing experience, then Showmax is your best bet. With the latest blockbuster movies, popular international and local series, kids shows and the Premier League, Showmax has it all and more. And with many payment options, signing up is as easy as ABC. Visit showmax.com, follow the prompts, pay with MTN Momo, Visa or MasterCard. Showmax, streaming for Ghana. And it's that time of the year again, and Melcom is bringing the magic of Christmas right to you. From amazing discounts to exciting gift items, Melcom is your one-stop shop for everything you need this festive season. We have all you need to make this season special. So, don't miss out on our special season and our holiday deals coming soon. Melcom, where Santa shops. And if you're looking for litigation-free land, we've said it before, we're saying it again. Royal Kingdom Estate, we specialize in land acquisition, construction design, property management, and more. Starting at 90,000 cities, we have properties in prime areas like Ibre and Accra. We offer flexible payment plans. We have some fantastic 2-bedroom and premium furnished apartments as well. Call 055-7555-909 or send email to info@Royal Kingdom Estate. Royal Kingdom Estate, building communities, nurturing dreams.
And it's the most joyful celebration of the year. Joyful Way Incorporated is inviting your family, friends, and everybody to Explosion of Joy 2024, an unforgettable encounter with praise, worship, and God's presence. It's happening on the 26th of December at the Accra International Conference Center. The theme is Living Sacrifice, and there are 2 shows, 2 p.m., 6:30 p.m., single 150 CDs, double 250 CDs, and if you're a family or group of 5, 600 CDs. Dinah Hamilton, Team Eternity Ghana, and Rebirth Ghana are the main acts. Main sponsors, IT Consortium and Stanbic Bank. They have a host of other partners and friends, including City FM and Channel 1 TV. Explosion of Joy 2024. See you there.
Yes, indeed.
And if you want a British degree at a fraction of the cost, and you want a vibrant student experience, and you want to be taught by the finest faculty trained to UK standards, we are talking about Lancaster University Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa. Get to them via phone 020-960-7008 or send them an email, admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. And if you want independence from ECG, Doomsaw, and all of that, I beg you, speak to the good people of Deep Solar Ghana on 059-549-4113. They have a great package for you, 58,000 CDs, and with that you can go fully solar and enjoy independence from the grid. Empower your home with Deep Solar Ghana, where energy independence begins. And big is better, Broom is best. Happy moments start with Broom. Your best season with Broom is here again. Buy one and get one free, plus up to 25% discount only on Broom appliances. Rush to your nearest Broom dealer or reseller in your city, town, or community and enjoy the goodies available. Call 0800-100-247 now. Broom leaves you with a smile.
Lots of interviews to do this morning. I'll start off with the International Organization for Migration, a leading intergovernmental organization that works to promote humane and orderly migration for the benefit of all. And every year on December 18, they celebrate International Migrants Day. So what is being celebrated today? What's the theme? And what are the other details about the IOM? We'll talk about that later on. Danny Best joins me. He's one of our star acts for Situation. And I end with Shirley Frimpong Manso, who's going to join us on her new movie together with Gloria Osei Safo. So all of that and more on the show. Still taking your comments. 054-998-6996. All right, so who do I have in the studio? Lucy Afi Ahiakpo is the Principal Labor Officer at the Labor Department. Lucy, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I also have Kojo Wilmot. He is an Immigration and Border Management Officer. Sounds like a big position. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, but not big.
Well, it keeps getting better. So welcome. So we're talking International Organization of Migration and the 18th of December as International Migrants Day. So why is this day being celebrated? I think Kojo, you deal with that for me.
Yes, thank you so much for this opportunity.
Yeah.
And let me also use this opportunity to also say a very good morning to your listeners.
All right. Good morning,
and
right
also,
back.
Acknowledge the good works that the colleagues of IOM are doing.
Wonderful.
When it comes to migration management.
All right.
Pushing the migration agenda quite high.
Okay.
We have the main office, the Canadian Visa Application Center.
All right.
The Migration Health Assessment Center, both in Accra and Kumasi. The CSSM and Coastal State Stability Mechanism Office. And then, of course, the management and leadership under the able guidance of the Chief of Mission, Fatu Ndiaye.
Okay.
So, International Migrants Day, 18 December. This is a day that the UN General Assembly has acknowledged that this date is set aside to remember the contributions of migrants worldwide and their families. Bernard, like as you know, we've been celebrating this day annually. We started kind of recognizing this when the UN General Assembly accepted the Convention on Protection of Rights of All Migrant Workers and Their Families. So this is the 34th year, kind of celebrating this. And we use this to really highlight the contributions of migrants. Roughly, as we speak, there are about 281 migrants worldwide. And so 281 migrants worldwide.
No, that can't be possible. 281
million. So if
because we even have more than 281 people in this company.
Okay,
so
million.
Okay.
So just to give you a real picture, if all migrants worldwide were to come together, I think they will match Indonesia, which is around the same figure, the fourth most populous country in the world.
Fair enough.
And so you would acknowledge that migrants bring a lot. We have labor migrants, economic migrants contributing so much to the economic development of countries. We have, of course, refugees, we have asylees, internally displaced persons.
So there are different categories.
Exactly. And so we need to, in a nutshell, kind of see the positive contributions that they are making to society in ensuring that our lives are better. And also, of course, educate ourselves so we minimize the dangers and the negative tendencies that are associated, especially with irregular migration.
What's the theme for the year? What are you doing this year to celebrate the day?
All right. Thank you. On this day, our aim is to position migration as one of the solutions to the global challenges. Of course, we are adapting to impacts of climate change, providing better economic opportunities. And so we can see that, like I've told you, migrants bring a lot. Every person can make a difference, and every person is an agent of change. And so we are celebrating this year's Migrants Day under the theme, Every Step, that is leaving no one behind, and everyone can make a positive contribution.
Any specific things you're doing to celebrate the day?
Definitely. We are observing the day in 3 cities in Ghana.
Okay.
And so we have planned activities in Accra. In Accra, we have staff of the IOM who would go on the street to educate people when it comes to issue of migration, and we will distribute leaflets and the likes just to sensitize people on especially the dangers that are associated with irregular migration. And then also bring to the fore the positive contribution, just to contribute to the discourse that it's not only a negative phenomenon, but there are a lot of positives if managed and managed well. Aside that, we are doing this radio engagement. The other colleagues are all going to participate in this activity, just to also know, let the general public know about what migrants bring to the fore, especially on this year where we are looking at ensuring that we take bold steps. Every step matters. And then in Kumasi, we also have a similar activity planned, where we'll be doing the same sensitization, radio sensitization. And then by this time, we also have a migration health assessment center in Kumasi, so they will also use it as an opportunity. We know of such issues when it comes to infection prevention and control that has come up. For instance, cholera now. And so they will use it as an opportunity to educate the general populace in Kumasi and also highlight the existence of the Migration Health Assessment Center. Again, in Sunyani, of course, it's one of our major cities in which we work. A lot of our migrants end up returning to Sunyani. And so we have community sensitization. In fact, this began on the 16th. We already have had awareness raising activities in those, in Swatre and the likes. Today there will be a mega float in town just to also sensitize the general populace in Sunyani of, the day. And this will be done in partnership with the Ghana Immigration Service, the Migration Information Center. Again, in Takrady on the 20th, we would partner our Goodwill Ambassador. In fact, we have two Goodwill Ambassadors. IOM Ghana is pleased and blessed to be the only mission worldwide with two Goodwill Ambassadors. We have Ameke Abebrese and Kofi Kenata. So on the 20th, we will be in Takrady to support Kofi Kenata with a Made in Tadi Youth Seminar, which is a prelude to the main event of Kofi Kenata's program, which is the Made in Tadi, but there will be the youth seminar. Well, of course, we'll discuss opportunities that are associated with well-managed migration, how we can all work together to minimize the negative impact, the negative tendencies that are associated with, of course, the migration phenomenon. And then definitely we also support with the Made in Tadi concept.
That's a lot of things happening.
Yes, of course.
Let me talk to Lucy about the other dimensions. So apparently there are other partners, right? So Labour Department. Yes. So what's your role in all of this, by the way, as a Labour Department?
Okay, so we would want to speak to the migrants first of all to wish them happy Migrants Day. We would want to let them know that we really appreciate them. But Bernard, kindly give me the opportunity to say hi to the Chief Labour Officer, Mr. Dauda.
Okay.
Yes.
Wonderful.
So Labour is partnering with IOM on this Migrants Day to reach out to the migrants out there that we wish them well, and also those who are planning to travel, those who wish to migrate to other countries. We would want to advise them that they should use the right channels. They should make sure they travel right, as in make sure they get their documents right. With this, it enables them to be able to return whenever they want, whenever they need jobs in the other country, that's the host countries. It's possible. It's easier for them. They are protected by the international laws. With these, it prevents them from being trafficked, or it avoids forced labor, it avoids child labor. Yes.
What do we mean by regular pathways?
We are looking. Okay, so it is the legal and policy frameworks that make sure that any migrant who is traveling travels safe, and this is authorized by the government.
Instead of using irregular pathways,
yes,
like going to places that will expose them to danger.
Exactly.
So if you want to migrate, do it the right way.
Yes.
So how does the government of Ghana facilitate this regular pathways, and what does this mean for the ordinary potential Ghanaian migrant?
Okay, so when we come to the labor migration bit, we are expecting them. Okay, so the government has programs. The government has policies. For instance, the National Labor Migration Policy, the Labor Act, the Labor Regulations, LI 1833, and also there are programs. We do have programs such as the job fairs, where we sensitize them on regular migration. And also there are agreements, for instance, signing labor signing NLEs with other countries. And also when it comes to regulations, we have the Ministry of Interior and the Ghana Immigration Service. They see to the migration processes. You know, when one would want to travel out, when it comes especially education, you are able to get scholarships, and through this you will be required to submit the right documents. If you don't go through the right channel, you won't get this, and when you get out there you'll be exposed to exploitation. Yes.
Wonderful. Time check is 9:33. We're talking about International Migrants Day. I'm speaking to friends from the IOM, Kojo Wilmot. Lucy Afia Hiapo is the principal labor officer from the Labor Department. They are partnering. And as Kojo said, we also have some ambassadors. And so two of our very best, Amake Abebese and Kofi Kenata, are migration ambassadors. Amake, it's always good to see you. How are you doing?
I'm good, Bernard. How are you?
I was wondering where you were because you were your name was in front of me. I couldn't find you.
I was preparing to enter the room.
Wow. How long have you been ambassador for this?
So about a year, right?
Wow.
But we remember we were at Citi last year that so I think it was made official in March.
Okay.
But it was
March this year.
March. It was announced.
Wonderful.
So it was announced March.
So being
this
an
year.
ambassador, what does it come with? Diplomatic passport?
Hey,
private
please.
jet?
Okay.
What does it mean to be an ambassador?
Oh my gosh.
So we can know that we should also apply.
Please. I wish. No, I think it's really just putting a positive spin on migration. I'm a product of migration. My family migrated from Ghana to the UK, and I'm like my whole life I'm diaspora. So, and I feel like a lot of times there's such a negative spin on migration, especially it's interesting. I feel like we went so far, but in recent times it's like sometimes if we're coming or going. There's been we have situations in the US, and of course the most important thing is you want people to do it the right channels. You don't want people to go and do the perilous journey. And look, since this thing has been announced, so many people come to me, hey, please, I want to travel abroad, can you give me visa? And I'm like, I have no idea. That's not what it is. But I do think that traveling is great. I think travel for study, travel for work. As a society or as countries or every community, I feel like can be so much bettered by having almost like a melting pot. One thing about me growing up in London is I had such an array of friends and acquaintances from all over. And even I have friends in Ghana now who are from other parts of the world, and they've migrated. I think a lot of times, if you're not careful, when you're from black and brown countries, you're tagged as
foreigners.
Not just foreigners, but then is that you in terms of that. There's been so long. There was such a negative spin that it's important to show the positiveness of migration, what it means for communities, for culture, for health. We can, I had friends that used to come into my house and be like, oh my God, what are you lot eating? What are you lot eating? And trying food, and it may seem like something so silly, but most people I met, when they say, oh, are you from Ghana? It's a good thing. They're like, oh, I know a friend from Ghana. Oh, Ghana's from this. Or even, and it may seem like it's so silly, but when you've had so much negative images over the years.
If I hear you right, you're saying migration is not like, migrants are not nuisance. It's not a nuisance. They help economic growth. They help cultural diversity. If done the right way, it can improve world peace.
Yes.
So that the main thing is to go about it the right way.
Do it the right way.
Right.
Do it the right way.
So what do you do as ambassador? Do you talk to potential migrants? Do you go to schools? Do you appear on CNN? What are some of the things?
Well, Kofi Kenat is doing that. He's
Yeah.
just done that right now.
Yeah.
So Kofi, he's amazing. He even did a song.
Okay.
A song and a video
Yeah.
about that. It's just really using our platform and our channels, and also being good ambassadors for migrants. Literally, I've been talking to young people for years. I'll never forget years ago, and may sound so bad, but someone said to me, I'm talking about more than 10 years ago, oh, that he has to travel, he doesn't care, they should even give him drugs, he will go. You know, and I'm serious, and this thing has always stuck to me to the point of there's a level of desperation, especially when it comes to youth and they're wanting greener pastures, but is it worth your life?
That's the point.
Is it worth your life? And people are literally being scammed, some people end up in indentured servitude in other countries. So it's like
some people lose their lives.
They lose their lives. So I think it's so serious. It's so serious. And if you do it the right way, it can be a benefit both to your home country and also to whichever country you're going to go and live in. Because I said you can be an ambassador for your home country out there, and then I'm somebody that I've lived in between. I go back and forth between the UK and Ghana, and it's been an amazing experience. And even being back home right now, I'm always like, I've had the best of both worlds. It's a blessing. I don't take it for granted. It is a privilege. And I think everyone should, if you're able to do it, just do it the right way. Don't lose your life in going about the wrong channels.
Amaki Abebrese is an ambassador for the IOM.
Yes.
And as we celebrate World Migration Day, of course, she is many things. An actress, she is a producer, she is a presenter, she's a fashionista.
I'm Bernie's PA sometimes too.
I just don't have a diplomatic passport yet. I'm going to give you like 30 seconds to give me your final message for the morning for each of you. I would start with Lucy and then I'll end with Kojo. So Lucy, what's the final last message for our listeners?
Okay, so I would want to tell our listeners that they should travel and travel right.
Travel and travel right.
Yes,
nice.
Travel and travel right, and you can contact Labour Department all over the country. We are in the regions, all the regions, and also you can contact us on info@labourdepartment.gov.gh.
info@labourdepartment.gov.gh.
Yes,
wonderful.
You can contact us on X. Labour Department Ghana, Facebook Labour Department Ghana.
You're everywhere.
We are everywhere.
Kojo?
Except Snapchat.
Yeah, Bernard.
Okay, not yet on Snapchat. Yeah, Kojo.
Yes.
Final message.
Definitely, but before I get to my final message, we really want to acknowledge the contributions that our goodwill ambassadors are making.
Wonderful.
They are really making a huge impact, complementing our works, and so we are very appreciative of this relationship, and we hope to build it more. My final message, of course, is that the youth should migrate, but it should be based on an informed decision to migrate, not as a way of survival.
Kojo Wilmot is the Immigration and Border Management Officer for IOM. Lucy Afia Hiakpo is a Principal Labour Officer, Labour Department. And Amaki Abebrese, oh my God, my long lost friend. She is an ambassador plenipotentiary.
Hey, please, but there's no diplomatic passport. I beg you. I beg.
When we come back,
put that out there.
When we come back, we're speaking to Shirley Frimpong Manso and part of a cast for a new movie called Two of a Kind. All of that and more on the Citi Breakfast Show. Stay with us.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Hello, boss. I just drove out of your premises. I've called you several times. Boss, I beg.
I gave you an opportunity to present your proposal with your financial statements. You didn't. If we approve and request for an invoice, that will take you another month, eh? You couldn't even provide receipts from the last job. My brother, we have given the contract to someone else who promptly furnished us with what we needed. Get serious.
Yehoah.
Don't be caught in this mess ever again. Restart with Build. Build provides businesses with a comprehensive accounting software with features that make your bookkeeping, accounting, tax, and payroll functions seamless. Our support team is always available to assist and respond to all your inquiries. Log on to www.build.africa and sign up. Call 030-80-4007 or 0303-974-832 for more information. Build. Bookkeeping made simple. Results made extraordinary.
It's the most joyful celebration of the year. Joyful Way Incorporated invites you, your family, and friends to Explosion of Joy 2024, an unforgettable encounter with praise, worship, and God's presence. Theme: Living Sacrifice. Venue: Accra International Conference Center. Date: 26th December. 2 shows: afternoon 2 p.m., evening 6:30 p.m. Rate: 150 cedis single, 250 double, 600 cedis for family or group of 5. Guest artists: Diana Hamilton, Till Eternity Ghana, Rebirth Ghana. Main sponsors: IT Consortium and Stanbic Bank Ghana. Supporting sponsors: EcoBank Ghana, Tide Company Limited, Enterprise Live, and His Majesty Phones. Media partners: City FM and Channel 1 TV. Tickets powered by Digi Store. Grab your tickets now and let's make a joyful noise together. Explosion of Joy 2024. Live in sacrifice. See you there.
Just buy any Samsung, TCL, Media, and NASCO electronics and appliances and stand a chance to win free TVs, air conditioners, washing machines, refrigerators, gas cookers, chest freezers, home theaters, small kitchen appliances, and many more. How to enter? Dial *920*888#. Select option 1 to enter raffle. Select region of purchase. Enter item serial number and you're good to go. Increase your chances by buying more to enter multiple times. Follow us for weekly and monthly winner announcements. Terms and conditions apply. This is approved and regulated by the National Lotteries Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform.
This Christmas, let the road you travel lead you to a place where comfort meets magic. Welcome to Peduasi Valley Resort, where the ultimate Christmas experience awaits. Indulge in a relaxing massage at our luxurious lavender spa or revitalize yourself with a refreshing workout at our fitness center. We promise the most rejuvenating Christmas ever. Savor Sumpter's continental and local breakfast options to begin your day right. Our lunch and dinner buffet with the live band music offer the finest Christmas delicacies to make your festive season unforgettable. Don't miss our special Super Soul night and DJ night with friends. Ready for some adventure? Explore our zoo and playground where fun knows no bounds. When it's time to wind down, take advantage of our special room packages available exclusively this festive season. For reservations, call 0540-125-555 or 0540-125-554. Peduasi Valley Resort. Live life.
Big is better. Broom is best. Happy moment starts with Broom. Buy one and get one free. It is Broom. Up to 25% discount. Buy an LED TV and get another TV for free. Buy an air conditioner and get a ceiling fan for free. Simply out of Broom. There is more for everyone in Ghana. Free gifts and more on Broom freezers, refrigerators, and many more. Rush to your nearest Broom dealer or 0800-100-247. Broom leaves you with a smile.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 for the hashtag CityCBS.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Time check, it's 14 minutes to 10, and as I said, we're very happy to also have. So today must be my lucky day. Amake just left the studio, and then guess who walks in? Manso, and then Gloria Osesa. Charlie, today it's a good day.
It's raining girls.
And yeah, easy.
If you had told me, I would have looked at the most picture.
Who's the Holy Ghost let me dress well.
Charlie, you didn't tell me the memo early.
It's good to see you. How are you? Ladies, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Shirley, it's really good to see you. You've done so much work.
Thank you.
Do you have a count of how many movies you've produced or directed?
Movies in particular.
Yeah.
So that would be like 17.
Hey! 17 movies.
Yes. 17, and then of course we'll have the television series and stuff.
Yep. Which one do you like doing more?
Movies.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know why. There's something about beginning and finishing it.
Mm.
You know, and just presenting that wholesome content.
Standalone product.
Yeah, standalone product. Thank you. Yes. And there's always a feeling to the particular titles. You understand? Yeah. There's a certain way I feel about The Perfect Picture, and the certain way I feel about Two of a Kind, the certain way I feel about Potato, and A Sting in a Tail. It's always got something to do with my.
And in these movies, do you produce? Do you direct? Do you do both? What do you do?
I usually write.
Oh, definitely.
I direct.
Okay.
I produce.
Everything.
Yes, and sometimes I edit.
You write, you direct, you produce, you edit.
Yes.
That's a lot of work.
I love it. I love doing it. This is me. I remember one time when I threatened to quit the job. Because too many frustrations. And then I went back. The moment I said it, 5 minutes later, I was thinking, what story? I want to write something. So yeah, I love it. It's my drug.
Or is it that like you just can't, you just don't want people messing with your vision? It's like, this is how I want to do it.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that's where editing came from. Because I went to school to study directing and writing. Editing was part of it, partly. Like, we just did a bit of it and stuff like that. But I didn't study editing. Okay. It came about from frustrations, because I'd sit with editors, and then they have to get up like 10 times to go and make a phone call or go to the bathroom and stuff. And I can sit still for 3 hours and I won't move. And it was a major frustration for me. So I would just watch them work, and I'll tell them, do it this way, do it that way, and stuff like that. So one time my editor got sick, didn't come, and I said, let me try my hands on it. And I thought, wow, I can actually do this and do it exactly the way I want it. I'm not saying it's a good thing necessarily. I mean, it's good to spread it around. So yes, but I do it.
Yeah, but
because I love it.
The thing I noticed, 17 movies.
Yeah.
The thing I like about Shirley though, she loves strong women.
Yeah.
And I'm not shocked by the fact that.
Brought one here.
Yeah, as well as on the right side.
She has like
like it runs through the films, and I'm not surprised when she says she's written all of them. Because if you've watched Perfect Picture, which was awesome,
she's telling you something.
And here's the thing, how I am with watching films, particularly those from me, and I'm sorry, I'm like that.
Yeah.
But I love Perfect Picture, and it changed things for me, my perspective on just appreciating the Ghanaian film industry a bit more. And she hasn't stopped with that. But what is it with you?
Do you stand guilty as accused?
Is this
true? Before we talk to your first witness.
What's my jail time?
This is different.
Wow.
Actually, it's not. Two of a kind. Well, Two of a Kind is a bit of a balance, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
But you would say that where the strong woman thing comes in, because I do my lead, one of my leads. So my main lead is Rita Dominic.
Oh, okay.
So obviously, yes. And then I have another lead, a young girl, who's actually never done film before.
Is it?
Yeah, I discovered her, I put an audition out there and she auditioned.
Wow.
She's only done stage.
How old is she?
Yeah. Araba would be like late 20s.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. She's never done film.
Wow.
And that's the thing about me, I connect on that level.
Yeah.
So she auditions and,
This is it for
I
me.
see, and then I see her, whatever, and I'm completely in love with the girl. I'm like, oh my God.
Wow.
And the thing that is also unique about this girl is you may not necessarily immediately say that she needs to be on screen, because she's quite petite, she's short and whatever and stuff. She doesn't do the long weaves and the makeup and stuff. She's got
So
her.
she's raw.
Yeah, she's raw.
She's raw.
And I connected.
It's authentic
on that
as
level.
well.
Yeah,
So like that.
authentic. Yes.
Wow.
And for me, so of course there's Rita Dominic, there's her, there's Gloria Sappho.
What's she doing in there?
Yes, what's she doing in there?
So the story is really about a woman who owns a resort.
Okay.
Yes. and Gloria is the one who runs it for her.
You look like one. You look like one.
And the drama,
Yeah.
the
Oh
drama.
my
So it starts off as a very simple, the woman
Yeah.
comes back to the resort. She's got a special guest that she's inviting for the weekend, and the special guests arrive, and it's not as she thought it would be.
Yeah.
And this woman is in a very dark place because she's also trying to get through something. So she's quite disappointed, and this young couple are just bickering all over the place, and she's trying to keep the place the sanity and
Yeah.
Akrobeto and Akose Japan is also a couple.
Oh, they're also
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
Please, wait to see.
By the time the movie, and it all happens within 48 hours type
Yeah.
thing.
Wow.
And by the time it's done,
You compress all this in 2 days.
oh yes. And the funny thing is, I've come to realize I like writing stories like that, stories that are confined in spaces. I did that with Rebecca.
Yes.
Which was a two-cast movie,
Yes, Rebecca,
Yvonne
yes,
Okoro
Yvonne,
and
and,
I
Benjamin.
love that. I think
Yeah.
it sort of forces me to confront.
But you are playing to the gallery a bit with all these stars you sprinkled in there. So you have this fresh girl, but you have Akrobeto in there. You
Yes,
have
yes,
Akose
yes. So
in
it was
there,
yeah,
you have
yeah,
Gloria.
yeah,
So
yes.
it's also like basically.
Michael and yes, Michael.
Everybody was. Mike is also in the movie.
Michael is in there.
Yes.
But you see, this is not strange because Michael is in Madame.
Yes.
Yes.
As the
But I
great,
discovered Michael though.
I
Yeah.
see.
Michael
The
had never acted until.
That is why I'm shocked. Because me and Michael, my brother Michael is doing what?
You discovered him saying he's a journalist. So
He's known for doing those things.
He wouldn't.
He was doing radio, sports, and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. So I saw him on
Yeah.
TV once. He was doing his thing on television,
Yeah.
doing sports and
And you
stuff.
discovered
Yes,
him.
and I called my assistant Lydia and I said,
Yeah.
I like the look and
Give
feel
me
of this
this
guy. I
gentleman.
like
Yes.
his voice,
Yeah.
and we don't have a lot of actors in that
So
bracket.
when are you discovering
Yeah.
me?
So I'm discovering you now.
Bernard, so Michael Cartagena played Pastor Alex Kumi in this series called Madame.
Yeah.
Right? And the character is calm,
Complex.
cool, but he's very complex.
Yeah, let me just say, he watches everything you put out on TV. This one.
The way he's describing it.
Yeah, I saw
Yes,
that.
I
I
watched
watched
it. Yes,
watched
exactly.
of the character.
Yeah.
Madame Gloria Safo was in Madame as well.
I wasn't.
No, she was in
the
Dede.
Yeah, she was in Dede.
And
And
Eno.
Eno.
And Eno, yes.
Right.
So that
Right.
follows the theme of Shelley strong women, right? So you have Madame strong woman.
But it looks like in
Dede-
this movie there are two strong women.
Yes, and then you have Gloria Safo playing in Eno. Very, very tough woman.
Gloria,
having
why
3
did you
daughters.
agree to do this particular
This
one?
particular one.
Yes.
Okay, so before this, I mean, it was like almost after Shelley's. I mean, after the day Shelley had done a few, and I wasn't,
Yeah.
getting. To
And
be
we
on
did
set.
Eno.
We did Eno. We did
season
Eno
2.
season 2.
Yes,
That
yeah.
was not. I mean, far from this. And I was like, oh my god. I'm itching to be on set with Shelley again. So I was sending her messages on Instagram, WhatsApp, everywhere. I'm like,
What is it
Shelley,
about
when am
working
I?
with Shelley that's different? That's exciting.
It's wholesome. Like you feel you've arrived, sort of.
Yeah.
You feel like, oh, finally the world is going to hear from me and see me again.
Yeah.
It's just fulfilling, working with Shelley, and it adds some kind of value to your brand, Yeah. So
You've come a long way, haven't you?
yes, I have.
Your
Yes, I
first
have.
movie, I'm told, was in 2005, My Mother's Heart.
Yes.
That's almost 20 years ago.
Yes, with Susie Williams.
Can you imagine?
Yes.
Wow. So you've been there for
Yeah.
long. You don't look that
I have.
old, but you've been there for.
I know, right?
So, okay, let's talk about where
So,
this
yeah.
movie can be seen. Now, the reason I ask this is that now television has a lot of channels that show different things. So maybe 20 years ago, only 1 or 2 places. But now if you have Showmax or all these places, the movies are there. Are you, what's your concern about distribution though? Because, is there some sort of plan?
Yep.
So this is out, where will it show? Have you sort of sequenced where we can get this to eventually get into the public domain?
The funny thing is, a few years ago, we got the Ghanaian film industry was at the forefront of basically this movie making thing.
Yeah.
At the forefront,
In
even
Africa.
before Nollywood.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nigeria has completely taken over.
What happened?
And the reason they have is because their government came to their aid.
Right.
I think somebody in there decided that, you know what, we see what this can do for us. They've seen Hollywood, they've seen Bollywood, you know, they see what, you know, the British film industry is. And I think somebody in there, and it usually takes one
took
person.
a bold decision.
Yes, to take a bold decision. I always say when it comes to leadership, it's about that one person. It's not about a number of people sitting around the table. You know, and it's exactly what Nkrumah also did. Nkrumah loved the arts. You know, he would travel with his photographer, he would travel with, you know, people from the film industry, artists and stuff. And so we need that one bold person to decide that, you know what, it may not seem much, but I mean, the examples are out there. So that's what Nigeria did. They opened the Bank of Industry, where filmmakers could go and get funding for their film at very minimal interest rate, you know, and they worked with them, get them the funding and stuff like that. Then they were able to start opening cinemas. As I speak with you now, Nigeria has got about 80 cinemas.
80.
80.
Physical places.
Yes, yes. You know, we have
how many?
2.
You can't be serious.
We have Silverbed, Accra Mall, and Silverbed, West Hills. That's it.
We don't even have something in Kumasi.
Nope, we don't.
No,
we do have. No, they've opened.
Okay,
they've opened,
there is.
yeah.
What's the SG Mall?
Yeah, I think so.
They
Yeah,
have one
but
in
for some
SG
funny
Mall.
reason,
Yeah.
it's not very commercialized.
It's not.
I
So
don't.
we
I don't
have
get
only
that.
2 major.
Major, yes, major. You know, and yeah, please.
No, with the points he's just making,
Yeah.
like as in Landmark.
Yeah.
You know, and just this year, I think last month or last 2 months, I was looking at some data, and it's emerged that Nollywood-made movies have made more money at the box office in Nigeria than foreign-made movies.
Yeah,
they
so
have.
Clearly,
locals watch more Nigerian movies.
So they are making money for their work.
When did Funky's movie make $1 million?
$1 million.
$1 million.
The last one
at the
she
box
did.
office.
In Nigeria?
Yes, in Nigeria.
A Tribe Called Judah.
Yes.
Judah.
Yeah.
$1 million.
Yes.
So what are we?
That she makes money.
So the question is, what should we do? We can't wait for private people to build cinemas.
No.
This movie you're doing this Christmas,
Yeah.
couldn't we say there are places we can just open to make them cinemas?
Town halls.
Town halls.
We have taken this conversation to the government before. We have mentioned town halls, and honestly, it will have to come from that angle.
Convert town halls into movie centers.
Yes,
Right.
you know, we don't need any funds. We don't. I mean, those will come.
It starts from somewhere.
Especially when the culture has been.
But will it work? Will the sound, acoustics, and everything?
It's
doesn't
not,
matter.
it's not a big deal. You try setting up a cinema thing in your home, and you realize it's really not a big deal. It takes a screen, it takes projectors, you know, and basically just treating the walls a bit, and that's basically it. Imagine, I've come to know that there are about 260 town halls
in this country.
in
You've
this
done your
country.
research already.
Yes, I've done my research. I live, breathe this.
260 town halls in Ghana.
260 town halls in Ghana. Imagine if two of a kind is opening across the country.
The demand is
And
there.
I'm even making 10,000 cedis per town hall. Calculated.
You can produce 1,000 movies.
I'm telling you, Gloria Sappho will immediately become what she's meant to be.
What she's
A
meant-
bona fide.
She who must be obeyed.
A bona fide superstar, because you know she's worked her behind off. You know, yes. And then we can begin to make the movies that Ghanaians want to see. People have said, why don't you make movies about Nkrumah, Santo and stuff? It takes money. What people don't realize is filmmaking is a money-making business.
Okay.
Hollywood spends $200 million on one title.
Let's come back to Two of a Kind. So when is it showing? Where is it showing? And how can we get tickets?
It is happening at the Silverbed Cinemas this Friday. So today is Wednesday.
20th.
20th, yes. At Silverbed Cinemas, Wager and Accra Mall.
Okay.
Friday, we are all going to be there.
Yes.
The ticket is 150 cedis. You know, I'm going to advise that you get your tickets in advance.
Earlier.
You know, obviously, and there'll be a lot of traffic, so it will be good to get in early.
What
get
time
your
is this?
popcorn and stuff. It's 7 o'clock for the first showing, and then 9:30 for the next showing, and then it will continue to show during the holidays.
Throughout the Christmas
Throughout the
season.
Christmas
For the
holidays.
two places.
Yes, for the two places.
Are they,
And
can they
then
go
we
online
also
to buy
plan
tickets?
to go to Takrady.
Wonderful.
We're going to Takrady.
So tickets are online or where? Or you can
Tickets, yes. Silverbed has got an app, so you can definitely get on the app and get your tickets, or you can go to the gate to the Silverbed now, and you'll be able to.
Will you be there physically?
Absolutely.
Like, because I know some
My
people want to come and see you.
Friday is booked
So
for
you'll
Two
be
of a
there
Kind.
to be giving, collecting funds.
We're all going to be there.
Please be there.
We're all going to be
And
there.
let's support ourselves. I mean, Ghana, let's support ourselves. Like you're saying, you know, people get to see some of us who have been on traditional media, traditional TV, and I mean, all over we go to Ghana, all over the country, and people recognize us. It's just because readily they have. They can watch us on TV, and if we're able to, do what like Shirley is saying, have all these cinemas across the country. I mean, everybody gets to see everybody, and then you become who you think you want to be. And also about this Nigeria thing Shirley was saying. You see, Nigerians had some kind of how do I put it? They had a perception about them, I mean, across the world. And you see their creative industry, especially their movie industry and music, it has
reselling
changed
them.
Changing that.
It's
changed the narrative now.
That.
And now, I mean, way back when a Nigerian is found somewhere, there's this.
But now, it's and it's
they
subtle,
even want to
very
welcome
powerful.
them anyway. So this is what I'm saying. It's the government and whoever is interested, investors, whoever wants.
I'm not cutting you. The funny thing is, we have actually shown Two of a Kind in London already. We showed in about 15 cinemas. 2 weeks ago. That was a world premiere. We did it in London. And anybody who saw it said that if you want to see what Ghana looks like, watch Two of a Kind. What does that mean?
It's world class.
You
Yes, and it's
everything.
good for the economy. I employ about 30 to 50 people at a time when I'm doing movies.
And we traveled.
Wow.
Outside
we
the
shot
crowd.
it in Akuse.
Yes.
Location.
Guys, it's on Friday the 20th. Silverbird at Accra, West Hills Mall. 7:30. Get there early. Tickets 150 cedis. Go online. Get the Silverbird app. Shirley says she has a lot more in the tank. Hopefully, if the government agrees to open up our town halls, then you can have a movie next to your house.
Yes.
Shirley, great to see you. Well done.
Same here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for the support.
Great to have you on the show.
Right, okay.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Breaking news coming in from the Supreme Court, and we have Hawa Idrisu Mustafa. And it looks like there's been a big judgment. Hawa, what's happening?
The Supreme Court, presided over by Justice Lovelace Everett Johnson, has unanimously dismissed a petition filed by broadcast journalist Richard Dalaskai challenging the constitutionality of the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill. The petitioner sought a declaration from the court that the bill, which has sparked widespread debate across the country, was null and void. However, the apex court rejected the petition, effectively upholding the constitutionality of the proposed legislation. The court has also dismissed the application by private citizen Dr. Amanda Odoy. Now, still in the court, a